Hello and welcome to the third episode of the saltiest gaming podcast on the internet, Contains Salt. I am one of your hosts, Phantom of Thorns himself, Cam Moore. On my right is Mr. FGC, our boy Tricky, Jose Colon.
Learning 5 characters at once in Mortal Kombat is not a good idea, because that's what just happened. Not good. Not good at all.
On my left is SEG, 31st place.
Yo, we in there.
Most handsome man on the internet, Jay McCowan.
I am dead on the inside.
And returning, our special guest, the Dadmiral, Nicholas Draper.
I've been on 66% of these podcasts so far. I'm not really guessing.
I mean, now, it's true.
Yeah.
That's a pretty sad truth.
That's
I'm a pretty permanent
hey, man.
guest.
Hey, man. Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, well.
True.
So, what have y'all been playing this week? We'll start with Dad, who's probably been playing nothing.
I'm trying to think. Actually, I played some Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear
yeah.
Xrd on the PS4.
God's
I played
gift.
about 4 hours of that, actually, because one of my friends wanted to challenge me.
Who do you play?
Who do I play?
Yeah, May?
You know what? Well, yes, May is like my main,
Mhm.
but in reality, I just play anyone randomly. I just like
okay.
playing the game for fun,
Mhm.
and they're not really like it's just like randoms basically.
Yeah.
So mostly it's just we fuck around and play and then go drinking. Actually, I got The Witcher 3 on the PS4.
Oh, I didn't know.
Downloaded it. I played actually about an hour today. It was pretty fun. I mean,
It's got its issues, but
it does,
good
but
game.
it's a game.
yeah, it's a game.
It's a video game.
That's what it says on the back of the box, actually. It's a game, IGN 10 out of
I don't own
10.
the game, in fact.
Yay.
I just have it downloaded on my PS4.
Oh.
I actually only own the physical copies of maybe 2 of the games that I have on the PS4.
I'm not a fan of downloads, so I try to get
Yeah,
everything
me
on
neither.
disc.
I wasn't until I moved like every 6 months, so
Yeah.
it just got like really useful to do that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's about it for me though.
Jay, how about you?
Let's see. I was on stream earlier in the week. We playing a little bit of Witcher. Played a bunch more Guapamole.
Guapamole.
I don't think any of those were correct.
No, that's its real name.
Guacamole.
Guacamole.
Didn't you guys play Mario Party too?
Oh yeah, we've also been
We
playing
did,
the shit out of
yes.
Mario
Yeah,
Party.
That's very true.
Apparently I'm the god at Mario Party. Like, just
I'm sad.
We
Jay's
figured it out.
inherent luck factor is like
yeah.
3 times that of everyone else.
Yeah,
Because
I-
anytime something could go Jay's way, it 100% did.
Hey, we can just talk about my inherent luck for a little while.
Like-
Like, be the main
Yeah.
topic.
Yeah.
Like-
The podcast is just my
Jay
inherent luck.
McCowan's inherent luck.
Yeah, I'd be down with that. So those have been fun. Playing those, that was mostly all on stream though. Outside of that, haven't been playing too much games. Just prepping for big Magic the Gathering tournaments. Just got back from that.
31st place.
It's still hype though.
$250.
Yeah, $250 bucks.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really hype.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was happy to make a deep run. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only like 18 hours of playing Magic. You
Yeah,
made
right.
$250.
Yeah.
That is less than minimum wage.
yeah, it's really
I
sad.
didn't do the
whenever-
math though.
Yeah,
Less than I make.
yeah. I remember that. Like,
Oh, it's more. It's more.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I did the math now.
yeah, like at the old open structure when you like min cashed and got $50, and you're like, I just
Oh,
worked for
Jesus.
10 hours and made $50 when I spent $50 to get in. Like,
Damn.
The Magic
Ooh.
grind is pretty shitty.
Yeah,
don't
that's-
get on it.
love grinding.
Crazy.
But yeah, so other than that, I think that's about it. Mario Party's a great, well-developed, balanced game.
Well developed.
Rewards the lucky.
That's good.
I don't know if we just have like run
Rewards
through,
the skill.
I don't know if we've run through like every map or
Rewards the
something.
skilled. I love that too.
It does,
my
it does.
God.
I feel like we ran through like most of the game and just like playing it twice. So like,
Yeah.
are there more
Content
maps?
wise, no.
Okay.
No, it's
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
Jesus.
what, like 3 maps or
'cause
something for
we-
normal
Well,
play?
for Bowser Party, there's only like 3. Well, if you play like
And then
the
like
regular
normal,
one,
there's
it's like
4?
there's like 5 or 6, I think.
Oh, is it that many? I think we've played through it.
We played through every single one.
Every single one, and we played
yeah.
through a bunch of them twice. So yeah, like
I didn't know if there's like DLC that we just hadn't hit or
No.
something. Oh wow, that's
No.
like I don't know, for a game that you play for like like one round of it, and like you play it every couple of weeks with friends, then yeah, you can get plenty of value. But when you
Yeah, this-
when you do the grind for 4
Yeah.
hours,
well. But I mean, we
Yeah,
didn't
this
even
Mario
grind
Party
it.
is not considered the best
Oh yeah.
No,
Like,
Mario Party 3 is the best.
We played like 2 4-hour
Yes,
sessions.
I actually agree with you.
Mario
on
Party
that.
3 is the best Mario Party.
Also, Mario Party 5 is good too on the GameCube.
The only reason Mario Party 3 is the best is because you can taunt and make your character make a noise
well, you
like
can
while
do
the other
that. You
people
can
are
do that
playing.
in 2 in the original.
Yeah, but 3 is Wario.
So why did they remove
Waluigi.
that
Oh,
feature?
okay.
So you're just gonna start doing Waluigi sounds for us now?
No.
Or?
We
That's-
just need
that's
to
a
get
special
Nintendo
for the stream.
64 now.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
and
mean,
some way to stream it.
Yeah.
So,
I know
But
they
yeah.
had GameCubes for super cheap at a game store I used to go to for a long
nice. I
time.
love
They had, like,
GameStop.
No. At Games Underground, they had a
Oh, Game
huge
Underground.
stack
Yeah,
of,
right. They're a great
of
place.
GameCubes for $20 each.
Shout
Pick-
out
Yeah,
to Game
no,
Above Ground.
That's not an endorsement. Don't take that as an endorsement, folks.
Anyways, Jose, how about you?
I've been practicing Mortal Kombat. As you guys know, I am going to Evo
The grind.
in a month and a half. So I've been learning characters.
Better than
specifically.
Sonic Fox.
Ah,
Shots fired.
CS Tricky Jose.
dude, I am going to
CS,
rock that.
what was it?
I actually
Two-based.
I sent
CS
the guy
two-based.
a message to put that in my
Oh,
tag.
thank God.
You are the
Also,
god.
also to drop Persona and Guilty Gear.
Yeah, we,
Oh.
I have to practice only 2 games. There's no way I
What-
can do 4.
okay, but my question is, can't you just go up to them and say whatever? I mean,
yeah,
does
I
it
could
cost
just-
like extra money to do other ones, or
Well,
it's like
I don't know.
$10.
yeah, it's 10
Oh.
bucks
Oh,
each
what?
game, but like,
I'll throw you the 20. Play the other 2.
well, I don't know. It's just,
Throw me the 20.
It's too stressful to play
Yeah,
that
yeah,
when you're
like-
not prepared for
like,
it.
yeah, I know, like,
It's just not fun.
Would.
especially for Persona because,
Persona's a fucking easy game.
well, I
Yeah.
play the low tier though. I play
don't.
GA.
Just don't play the
It's-
low
I
tier.
Play
do
who's ever
not-
the best.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Just fucking play Minazuki. It takes
like,
2 buttons.
Like you got fundamentals, you got good characters. All right, that's like 3/4 of the tournament right there. You're not gonna win, but I mean, whatever. Just
Money.
make a deep run.
Money.
That's true.
Money
Well, I
with
think-
that
I think I
Minazuki
can
jump
get
B.
people with my Faust though. Like,
I think I can get people with that
Guilty
DX Moon
Gear,
Smasher.
honestly, I have no idea. But Mortal
Shout out to
Kombat,
Guy Man.
I'm pretty sure
Thank
I
you,
have
Guy
a
Man.
chance to get out of my pool like easily.
Yeah.
It's just
No,
who
people
I-
suck.
It's just who I'm against. Like if I face like
Hope for that Sonic
like-
Fox fucking pool.
no, I do not want to face him.
God.
He's the one guy. Him, CD Junior, any people from the Galloping Ghost Arcade that are in the Combo Breaker tournament. There are quite a few people that I do not want to face until I'm in bracket.
Yeah.
And then we'll see how that goes.
That's-
I have a secret character, but I'm not going to show it until Evo.
Ooh, can you show it to us?
For
Because
the
we're not
three
gonna do
people
that.
I can
who
show you
are,
guys,
Alright,
but
yeah.
I'm
Well,
just
I'm
going to
ready.
say,
The counter pick?
But yeah, so I'm gonna say like, so are you just like instead of just like obviously you've been playing a lot of Cassie.
Mhm.
Are you working toward like having the the back pocket counter picks or something?
yeah,
or?
I'm having...
Okay.
It's,
Like,
it's valid. Cassie.
haven't-
No, I get it.
Cassie is really good. I think she's top 5, easy.
I mean,
But there's one character specifically that there's not a lot of attention on, and I
Mhm.
think I can blow people up for it.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
You don't want to say this live on the internet. do
No,
you?
I do not.
No.
Because-
Alright.
Well,
Gotta
5 of our
hit-
viewers might
Hit that in the offline. You see, these are the people that I hate on Twitch. Are people like Nick Draper who are like, oh, I mean, I'm not gonna
Well,
bother.
I guess my question is like how likely is it that someone's gonna be like okay, I see
It's
Tricky Jose's my bracket. I'm gonna look at the Contain Salt podcast,
That's
watch
true.
all 6
Yeah.
hours of content to
That's
figure out
true.
if he's on
Well,
this.
I'm always on the Test Your Might forum, so
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I feel that.
No post
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm
We'll
just.
just
It's
see
a
how-
pride thing. It's a pride
Nick's gonna
thing.
get
It's a pride
kicked
thing.
out halfway through.
Yeah,
And
that's
as
fine.
long for
That's the goal.
Smash Brothers, I'm also entered in that. I didn't get to play this week because I left my Wii U here.
Yeah, we,
For the good of
we
the
might
state.
we might
Yeah.
have jacked a Wii U this week.
Yeah, but it's all good though.
Yeah, you know.
This next month I will probably be playing those 2 games a lot because I need to practice ASAP. So that's pretty much it for me.
Awesome.
So I've been playing The Witcher 3, which I picked up on Tuesday. It's a good game. Has some flaws. Some things about it I don't like that others seem to.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean that happens with everyone. And
That was definitely like when I was here playing it with you, and like I didn't get to see, I haven't seen too much of it,
Sure.
but I definitely I was watching like the parts that you were talking about was like that you were disappointed with or you felt like didn't work quite as well as they should have or whatever, and like I understood everything you're saying, but like when I was talking to other people and like you're definitely on the outside with that.
yeah, I mean like
Which-
the feeling I get is just like, you know, people who are more casual that just don't play a lot
I
of
mean,
games.
what
you know?
were your criticisms of it? I'm
I
curious.
mean,
I-
I
yeah,
think
so
I think the
am I.
combat is like really stiff, and especially like combat being stiff is like, you know, very opinion based.
Subjective, yeah.
Yeah, subjective. Sure. One thing that is like a legitimate problem with the game that like no one's complaining about, I don't get it, is movement around the world is like actually a chore.
I did notice that.
Did you notice like walk
when
up
I
to a
was watching
horse
you-
and it's like, oh, I can't,
Yeah,
I can't, I have to
there's
turn
some
around,
options
walk
like
back.
You did. You walked past like overstepped the horse and then walked back and overstepped it
Yeah,
again.
I think
It
that
was-
also
yeah.
like, the
happens
mapping. I
constantly.
noticed you had some issues with that, where it would just like send you like to the closest point to where one of your objectives was, even if it was like across a body of water.
Yeah,
you just couldn't
exactly.
cross.
Yeah.
I mean, those are fair.
It's
Fair
little things,
criticisms,
you know.
yeah.
Like it's just like I see a
polishes
game
it
like
so
this.
much.
It's all about expectations, you know. Because like before I bought the game, all the reviews were out. It's a 10 out of 10, perfect game, fucking flawless. So I go
Yeah.
in with those expectations, and I'm like just kind of disappointed. Whereas, you know, if it's like Shadow of Mordor is a really great example. Nobody fucking gave a shit about that game until it came out, and they were like, "Wow, this game's really great." I didn't have expectation for it. You know, it's
That
it's a
game was
fantastic game.
I did not like that game at all.
Really?
I thought it was incredibly boring, but
You know,
I know I'm in the.
I didn't
minority
play
of
it,
that game.
but this is just, you know,
I think
general
it was
consensus.
good. It was fun while I
It was a finely constructed game that looked like it had everything. Like I didn't have any specific complaints about mechanics in it. It just
Yeah.
was not interesting to me at all.
Wow. Alright.
I don't know. It didn't. I played the game a little bit, and again, like I thought it was a solid game, but you know, I don't know. I guess we could talk forever about games that came out last year. And
Sure.
It doesn't really matter, but you know,
I mean, that's all we do
the
anyway.
game was game of the year, right?
We'll just
So,
backdate these.
Was it really?
Here.
I think
Was it Game of the Year?
From
Uh,
who?
Shadow of Mordor?
Yeah, I think it got game of the year from a lot of people.
Who?
I think.
Oh, who cares?
Maybe I'm just talking
From-
out my ass, but
Whatever.
when it was
2014 Game of the
E3 or
Year.
like actual Game of the Year?
I think actual. I think.
I think Dragon Age beat it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
It
other
was up
Witcher.
there.
yeah, the other.
The other Witcher.
Yeah.
So wait till this year, boy. Makes for great audio. Anyways, I've also been playing the best game of all time, Where Bay came from.
Oh, yes.
Hyperdimension U Action Unleashed, which is Weeaboo Dynasty Warriors on
Dynasty
Vita.
Warriors.
Is that what it really is? A
Yeah.
Dynasty
I'm in
Warriors?
Oh yeah,
Love.
oh yeah.
Wow.
It is
I
a
did not know
Weeaboo
that.
Dynasty Warriors game, and it is fantastic.
Jeez.
But that's about it.
I want to say actually, I've also been playing a lot of League of Legends this week. I
Oh
just forgot to
great,
mention it.
one of them.
The game is mediocre, but it's fun.
It is
Oh,
fun.
fair enough.
Like
I stopped playing during season 3.
so
but,
did
like,
I.
But it was just like
Every 6 months, I pick it up, play for 3 weeks, and then stop playing.
same.
That's what everyone does. It's not a game.
What
should
role
play.
do you play?
I play every role, but like I just play roles like ADC usually, just because the meta changes a lot in terms of like the jungle and
Yeah.
top lanes and stuff.
Mhm.
Honestly, though, for the most of my champions, I play ADC or I play like mid laners like Karthus, who have not changed since
mid
season
lane.
1.
I zoned out for a bit, and we're talking about League of Legends. And
Yeah, I'm trying-
I'm trying to tune
yeah.
out again.
I'm
I'm
waiting for
sorry.
it to pass.
Alright.
It's time for another thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so
There's
we'll
not much to
move,
say about that game.
we'll move on to news. We can start with Mr. Draper if he has anything to talk about, because we know, you know, our actual permanent
okay,
members
well,
don't prepare.
I-
So
I have
the
the
call
schedule
outs
for E3 if anyone wants to start
Oh.
off with that.
What?
Hmm?
Why do we care
Like
about
the
that?
actual
Though? The
E3.
schedule?
Schedule. For
Google
E3.
it.
yeah, we'll go through that.
Okay.
Yeah, I got stuff about E3 too.
Alright.
Man, I love hitting the table.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So this week it was announced that Adventure Quest and Puzzle Time were getting together for a little Adventure Quest Puzzle Time, the actual name of their game.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Adventure Time, like the TV show.
Yeah, the TV show. Adventure Time Puzzle Quest.
Oh,
Together.
so not Adventure Quest and Puzzle Time?
No, it's Adventure Quest Puzzle Time. That's the name.
Okay.
I'm so confused.
Adventure Time, Puzzle Quest,
Adventure Quest Puzzle Time.
How did I not
Jesus
hear about
Christ.
that? That's
I don't
fucking
know.
stupid as hell.
I saw that earlier today.
Is this
I
a
was really
mobile
happy.
game?
My brain hurts.
What?
Is this a mobile game? What is Puzzle Quest? I've never played
Puzzle
Puzzle
Quest
Quest.
is
a mobile game?
it's like you go through a dungeon.
I don't
and,
need a
like, it's like
description.
Bejeweled.
What? It
No,
is a mobile game.
Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
like it's like one. Yeah, it's one of the like dungeon.
A dungeon crawl by
Dragon,
Pokemon
but yeah.
Quest.
Oh, Dungeon
What-
Dice Monsters.
No, not
Dimension the Dice.
What's the other big like not mobile but like handheld game that's like the exact same Dragon.
Dragons and
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah,
it's
the-
a puzzle game with dragons and shit.
Yeah,
Like it's
and
dragons
It's like a
and-
fantasy RPG that's just like everything is puzzles. Though.
You know that
yeah,
booth
you
we
know-
went up to that was supposed to be Let It Die, but it was just
Oh,
that
yeah,
shitty
it was,
puzzle game?
Puzzles and Dragons.
Yeah, there you
Puzzle
go,
and
Puzzles and
okay, yeah.
Dragons.
It had both like
Puzzles and dragons.
well,
Yeah.
well, it had the anime version of it and a Mario Brothers version of it.
Oh.
So
Mm,
Really interesting.
yeah.
I
Love
didn't realize they
I got to play it like
love puzzle
3
Bowsers
times.
and
Is this at
Dargans.
Is this at,
PAX East.
oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's cool. I'll have to check that out. Next, I got the Warcraft movie came out with some CG
Oh
screenshots
God,
this week.
did they really?
Yeah, two. One was of the main character or something. I believe it's an orc main character. I think I'm not entirely sure what they're doing with the storyline of it.
Is
It's
he the
kinda-
warrior from Hearthstone?
I don't think so. Because I didn't
It's a good,
recognize
it's
the
a
name.
valid argument.
Might be.
Oh, maybe.
So I guess that's still in production. Every time I hear about a video game movie, I just think it's never gonna happen. It's just gonna
It's
die
gonna
in
end up
development.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a couple of things on video
They're-
game movies today.
they're not very good.
Something.
But I mean, I guess they're actually working on it. I mean, it
They
looks
fucking
sort of-
sell really well, so.
Yeah,
Just
they
look
look-
at all those Resident Evil movies.
Oh,
God,
yeah,
I
I-
own them. And they're terrible.
You have
They are.
every single one,
You have them?
No, I think I'm missing the last one.
which was like released like 2 years ago.
Yeah. But I
They're
have
not
the
good.
first 4
They're not
on
good.
DVD.
You know what was the worst thing I ever bought? The Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh,
like
that
the
sounds
live
great.
action one.
Really, you bought
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Can we all get together and watch the Mario Brothers live action TV series?
The porno one, or is there an actually live action?
Oh, there's an actual one. Is there a porno one?
There's
Can we
100%
watch that one
porno. It's
too?
like- yeah, it's
No, we can end
it's-
there. Just move on. Move on.
Next, Overwatch.
Oh, yeah. I
another
love
Blizzard-
TF2.
Yeah.
TF2 is a
It-
great game. I'm glad they're
I was
remaking
gonna say
it.
that they released footage for 2 of the classes this week. The marksman
Sniper and medic.
yeah.
Is that true?
No, it's sniper and
He's trying to find another
like-
word for medic.
Heavy.
he's not a medic. It's the
Pyro?
gunslinger and a guy named Hanzo. So Hanzo shoots
Hanzo
arrows,
Gonzo?
and gunslinger shoots guns. Real subtle, but it does look a lot
Shoots
like TF2.
guns?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, wow.
He's a 6-shooter. Bang bang.
Right.
So I was actually just curious if I was just like talking on my ass earlier. So just random tangent. GameSpot actually did give Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
because everyone cares about
Yeah.
GameSpot.
Well, I know, but
Impressive.
and they did release like a Game of the Year edition stuff. So it was just like they won, yeah, actually a bunch of like best game and shit awards. So
Oh.
yeah.
Right.
I guess we
So I
just
wasn't
all like
so I wasn't completely wrong. at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I can't
So-
take blanketed statements like that from the chat.
Jason Jefferson.
Specifics are good.
Anyways,
Anyways, moving on.
Okay, next I have this is kind of interesting that this came up. The Oculus Rift developers have recently come out and said that they will not block virtual reality porn on their device. They will not press out content for it.
What?
Yeah,
Great.
they know where their bread's buttered. They know where the real money is.
Wow.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
I don't know how much
I
we
have-
can talk about that. But
I have
that's
no
just, you know.
comment.
Yikes.
Absolutely none.
And then I think probably my most important news of the night. So I don't know if you guys know, but there's a new Persona game being developed. Not Persona 5.
SMT versus.
Oh, no.
Dancing all night.
Yes, Persona
Oh, of course.
4 Dancing
Of
Online.
course. Did that get a release date?
No, but you know what they did announce?
What?
The male characters are going to have a dress and bikini pack released for them.
Oh yeah, of course. The cross-dressing pack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've played Persona, right?
No, I never played any of the Persona
Oh,
games.
well, they enter a
I just
cross-dressing
watch all of them
competition
on YouTube.
That's awesome.
I don't play video games.
So yeah, no, that's great. Kanji looks like Marilyn Monroe. It's great. It's fantastic.
Actually,
Fine.
so I've actually watched a few people play through Persona, but I'd never gotten to that point. And the reason I knew that they cross-dressed actually was I got a box of Y. Schwartz Persona release.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
it's like King of Self-Hate Kanji is in there, and it's
looks
just
like
him
Marilyn
in
Monroe.
drag. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. Kanji's the
That's
best.
sweet.
I really enjoyed that was a thing.
It's-
That's about it for
it's
me for
great.
news. So.
Oh shit. Well, I should probably pull out the phone.
I mean, these probably have some news, maybe.
We should talk about cross dressing.
We could.
Like, I love it.
Yeah.
Jay
Who
does
doesn't
it
love
sometimes.
cross-dressing?
On the weekends,
On stream.
on stream.
This is a
Stream's
woman,
good
by
too.
the way. This is he binds that real well.
Oh, I think I know what you mean. Okay, never. Yeah.
We'll
That
discuss it in
cannot
2
be
hours.
fixed. Anyways, moving on with news. So, fighting game news for paper. So, Ultra Street Fighter 4 is coming out next week.
Yep.
On PS4.
Well, this Tuesday.
Oh, is it this Tuesday?
Yep.
All right. Well,
Saw the PS
2
Plus
days
news.
from now, probably when this goes out on YouTube and such.
Yep.
They have
Why
announced
Street Fighter today?
that you can use PS3 sticks on PS4
Yep.
with Street Fighter 4.
Skullgirls is gonna do
Well,
it.
I mean, they're USB, so.
Mortal Kombat does it. So hopefully we see that.
It's good shit.
more. Yep.
Don't have to buy a second stick.
Well, so now
Or just mod.
No.
well, yeah.
That too.
So I know. So MK did the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that they announced that they were like adapting. I don't know exactly how it works, but they adapted like the Skullgirls drivers or something. Wasn't that what it was?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, the drivers that Skullgirls uses are pretty popular in like Street Fighter
Okay.
Capcom games essentially. Like, we probably won't be able to use our PS3 sticks with like Blaze Blue or whatever.
Mhm.
But
Okay. So
you know.
yeah, I was just wondering how like the companies went about acquiring the ability to use other games drivers. and
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm not sure how that works, but
Technical stuff.
yeah, it usually depends on game. The
Yeah.
anime games usually don't use them
Okay,
because
yeah,
Skullgirls is essentially a Marvel game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So.
Mhm.
All right, moving on.
The better Marvel.
The
Marvel
better,
2.
should be the Marvel 3.
Yeah.
Shots fired. When's Marvel?
We
So
lost that.
H1Z1, who loves Hizzy?
Oh my
We
god, my favorite
love
game.
Hizzy.
Oh god.
Now we
Hizzy.
actually want to. Do we actually want to talk about games of the year? Because it's at the top of my list.
Just yours.
Eh,
So the H1Z1 developer banned like fucking 5,000 people
Oh yeah.
for cheating. That's pretty
I don't think
self-explanatory.
that's the first time they've done it.
But the fucking head Poobah, whatever his name is, went
Head
out on
Poobah.
Twitter and said that he would consider unbanning cheaters if they issue a public YouTube video apology to the community. So
Wow.
if you go find God, I wish I knew his name off the top of my head. I should have written it down. But if you find him on Twitter, he just like tweets out the YouTube links for
That's-
these public
oh,
apologies
that's
from
beautiful.
cheaters.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I've watched a
wow.
couple of them and they are fucking prime.
That's amazing.
Wow, that's
That's
oh,
amazing.
that's
well
perfect.
worth it. Yeah, so that was a great gem that I
You know
found
what?
this
We should
week.
make the stream 24 hours and just have whenever Cam's not streaming,
It's just
have just
H1Z1
YouTube
apology
videos rolling in the background.
the real apology, man.
I am
That's-
sorry.
people would watch that.
and
I'm the only one
Cheating
that
is
got that.
bad.
I know it's all for you.
That's
Yeah.
so
It's
gross.
like, well, and it's like,
Like-
they're not apologizing to the developers. He
It's
wants them
to
to
the
apologize
community.
to the community. It's like,
And,
"Oh,
like,
I don't have any excuse. I felt like I had to do this to keep up with the players. And it's like,
like if you're a streamer and you're making content, I mean, I'd almost
Twitch
rather,
TV / Sticky Rice One.
like Twitch TV / Sticky Rice One. Like I'd almost rather just kind of slide it under the sweep it under the rug and just be like, no, I'm not really making content for H1Z1 anymore. I'm moving on, as opposed to being like, guys, I cheated. I'm an asshole. Here's my really sad apology. You should keep watching me.
Well, I mean,
Like,
how,
I'd just be like, all right, we're moving on. I'm moving to the next game.
I guess
Don't
my,
even just.
I guess my question is, how many high-profile streamers has this affected? Any?
I haven't seen any. These are just like random
Yeah.
plebs.
Yeah,
like all
like,
of
that's
the
what
videos.
I
Apology to
assumed
my
it was,
8
yeah.
viewers.
I was gonna say if it was a big streamer, I'm sure we would have heard this streamer is cheating, and that.
What's the point?
What the? Oh, the. I mean,
Like
people
if,
just love
if I'm,
drama.
I know, but if I'm a big streamer, like what the fuck's the point
Of what, making an
cheating?
apology video
No,
or
it's
cheating?
cheating.
I don't know. I don't even know why you would.
Thousands of people are watching me. I'm
Yeah.
obviously going to be discovered.
Yeah, that's why when I play.
PewDiePie's got to get them viewers.
Cheating is done in secrecy.
Please,
Does he?
Please.
He doesn't have to do shit. He
Yeah, I
can,
don't think he's-
he can
does he
retire
stream?
today.
I'm joking.
I think he just makes YouTube videos. He doesn't really even stream.
He doesn't even stream.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
So moving on to the most important news item of the week, Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 3 got a Western release date.
So is that like the 11 billionth
That is alright.
That's like the
version of the game?
Alright, let's count.
I believe.
10 minutes later.
Wait a second.
Still counting.
Wait, are these the same?
This is number 12.
Jesus.
This is the same game released 12 times.
No,
More or less.
no.
There's literally no story.
This is a remake of the third game.
It's the
my
12th
God.
remake of the third game.
It's the 12th game in the series. It's the first remake
So
of the
there's
third
only-
game.
Okay.
So
It's
there's
okay.
there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Rebirth 1, 2, 3, which are the remakes of the first
first-
3 games
so that's
because
the
they're
first
super
7
they're super old and outdated now.
Okay.
There is Action Unleashed, and there is a strategy RPG based on one of the
I'm so
characters.
sorry, everyone.
Okay.
Yikes.
So that's what, 9?
That's 10, so I guess it's
Says
10.
in the
Sorry, I
top, yeah.
miscounted.
Okay.
That's
So yeah,
interesting.
it's a great game. You should all play it.
Is it?
Devil May Cry HD also got a release date, which is
Ooh,
the week
cool.
before on June 23rd. So I will be playing that for sure day one.
That'd be exciting.
Now, moving into what our main topic will be, I just have a few news items that fall into that category. So Doom 4, Doom has been confirmed for E3.
Nice.
They put out a teaser
Yeah.
that was literally,
The 3-second teaser?
it was 11 seconds, but
3 seconds.
8 seconds of it were title and like publisher shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
the
it
small
was a
text.
3-second
It
teaser.
was-
Oh, Jesus.
it's
It was more aptly an animated screenshot, but
Wow.
they'll be doing that at their conference, obviously.
No, I think we talked about that
Yeah.
like one of the other weeks. We talked about, we speculated that Doom was going to be there. Right?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it
of
was
course it is.
confirmed. But
Yep.
That makes sense.
It is confirmed. And also, Sony has trademarked something called The Player.
Yep.
Which
is
was
true.
listed as a downloadable electronic game software, as well as an entertainment service in the form of dramatic television series.
I literally I've heard nothing but Home 2.
Netflix.
Home to a dramatic television series
I mean, all right.
based on the tribulations of PlayStation Home.
That to me
All right.
reminds me
Outside
of
of the
that,
television part.
That to me reminds me of that Xbox One exclusive from the creators of like Alan Wake.
1 versus 100.
I would love that.
1 versus 100 was Alright, listen.
Real
Quick.
talk.
Wait,
One
did I hear
versus-
creators of Alan Wake?
Yeah. Yeah, I do know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Quantum Break, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that's what
looks
they're
cool.
doing.
Yeah, so
technically.
Sony just has to piggyback. But quick tangent, right? For those of you out there who are on Xbox 360 circa 2008, 9? Circa 2009, we're being arrested.
shout out to the police.
So circa 2009, 1 versus 100, if you were there, I got
was
you.
the hypest thing ever.
The best experience of all time.
Really?
1 versus 100, do you know what the game 1 versus 100 is? It's a
No.
game show.
Oh, I think.
Did not last
Was that the
long.
one where like all the players were in like the rows and the boxes?
Yes.
And there was like one
Yes.
person,
Yeah.
and you like it was like trivia questions
Yes.
or something, and it was you against them.
Yes. So they did that on Xbox
Yeah, I
Live,
think I
except
remember
instead
that.
of 1 versus 100, it was 1 versus 55 billion or whatever.
Yeah.
And they
Nothing
wow,
exaggerated.
and
It was
they-
just had one game.
One
we're
game,
doing? Oh
one
my
game.
god,
they
that's
just
awesome.
randomly picked 100 people
Yeah.
to like actually sit in the
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
But
It was fucking great.
it
And
was
so-
so
it was,
hype.
it was on like weeknights, and we would all
And
like
it-
get in a
wait,
party.
and the
Oh,
best part thing, it was live
That's awesome.
It was live,
Oh,
yeah.
with
my
a real
God.
host.
It
I
was
didn't realize
fucking
With
fantastic.
a real
dude.
host. Like it would say on air, and then like the dude would actually talk, and I was like, "Oh my god, we're actually live!"
Wow.
That sounds awesome.
It was,
Yeah, like-
it was
That's-
the best like
Wow.
3 months
And
of,
like
of
if you
Xbox
beat all
ever.
100, you get like 20,000 Microsoft points.
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was real money given away.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah,
money.
And
Real
then, like-
Microsoft dollars.
Yeah,
And if,
Microsoft
like,
Still.
bucks.
And if like the 100 win,
Yeah.
they all split it
Oh,
to
wow.
whatever he was at. So let's say
Yeah,
like if
like-
he was at like 10,000,
Yeah,
the
each-
final like
each
10
get, you
people
know.
that stayed in get to split that.
Yeah, that's sweet.
That's really cool.
Plus
No,
a free
it's-
arcade game. That was
fucking great.
showcased.
I remember like that very briefly. I don't know if I like played it a tiny bit, but I didn't realize
I
they went
did.
ham with
We,
like a
played
TV
that
show
played
and
it like
stuff.
fucking
Yeah, I
every
played
night.
that
Awesome.
shit every week.
Yeah, it was the
awesome.
best. So, yo, if you have the 100% in 1 versus 100, yo, hit me up on Twitter because you're a god.
Yeah.
I got you. You can't get that shit anymore.
Sadly, I did not.
Yeah,
I only got, like,
neither
a
did
third
I.
of it.
I was so close, dude. I had like 140 out of 200 or some shit. I was like, oh. All right. Moving on. So, our main topic. It is Christmas season, boys.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Christmas.
Video game Christmas season. It is E3 time.
This is like the. I haven't been this hyped for E3 in a while.
I'm always
This
hyped
is,
for
this
E3.
is, I think this isn't Christmas. This is like when you see
Kwanzaa?
your parents like
This is like
in
when you're.
September.
This is when you got one parent who's Jewish and one parent who's Christian, and you got Hanukkah and Christmas, and they're like mishmash.
We're not getting these presents anytime soon. This is like in September when like you see
Oh,
your parents
yeah,
come
that's
back
true.
with like a bag and like what's the bag? They're not going to show you, but you sort of see the outline of what they're going to give you.
But
for
we
Christmas.
showed you this screenshot that's 3 seconds long that
Yeah.
we're going to show you.
You see the outline of the box.
Yeah.
Maybe,
And then
maybe a
next
little
thing you know,
bag.
you're
It
just
says
like
Doom
jumping
on
out
it.
of your bed
Lego.
and you're like, holy shit!
Can't
I
wait for the
just
Doom
saw that.
conference to have a 5-second long animation.
Oh,
That'll be
boy.
the full reveal.
Oh,
Yeah, I
God.
mean, like half of the 3 seconds was dude, like loading a shotgun.
Yeah.
So at E3, they're just going to show him completely load the shotgun and
then
snap,
fire one shot.
snap it
and
into
then
place. No, not even fire.
Oh,
Just
just
snap
do
the the stock into place.
Oh, okay.
Coming soon.
Why they pay those the big bucks.
So yeah, it is E3 time. E3 is 2 weeks from now. It's June 15th is when it starts. I believe it ends on the 18th or something like
Yep.
that. You know.
So everybody, make sure you tune into G4 TV to watch E3 all
Is
week.
that still on?
Nope.
Oh.
You got
Oh.
G4 has been canned for years.
I had Tech TV.
Shout
for a
out
while.
to,
That was nice.
Devin Herrera,
June 14th.
Love
host,
that.
host
It
of the
starts
Taco
June
Show.
14th.
Yeah, I was gonna say
June
it's like a
14th.
week
Okay, sure.
long because a lot of the conferences are
Yeah, all the-
pre-E3.
All the
Yeah,
conferences
they're like-
take place in like 4 days.
The
So
way they
weird.
scheduled it this week,
It's like-
this year is weird.
Yeah, it's like technically like
Well, there's 8
day like
conferences.
-3 for
Yeah.
them, which is weird.
Yeah,
No.
but it's like, the whole thing of it's like, oh well, E3 is this weekend, but you have the entire week before being the
Yeah,
pre-show.
which is gonna suck because like the only conference I'll be able to see is Sony because I have work.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
So
I watch them all as VODs.
so the only
anyway.
like real
Yeah.
one.
yeah,
Gotta scrub
well,
through sports. You know.
I don't even watch them. I just wait for people to tell me what happened.
Yeah, we'll tell you what happens.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, we're going to go through each of the 7 ones that are relevant. Fuck the PC gaming show. Who I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, so if anybody has any deets on that, like,
There's a PC game.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure I could look
It's
it up.
last,
I just
like,
don't
Like the
care.
schedule.
Yeah.
somebody should hit us up on Twitter or something and just
Mountain
give us
Blade
the
2?
solid explanation. Because who the hell is hosting that? Or doing
Anyways,
that or whatever.
So yeah, we're gonna go through each of the first 7 in chronological order as they will air during E3 week, and discuss our predictions, expectations, etc. What the companies should be doing, what they need to do to succeed, because E3 is a very integral part of your fiscal year.
Nice. When's Konami's?
10 years ago, that's when it was.
Nice.
We're not talking about Konami this week. We've been doing.
Konami.
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 Shoutouts to Konami.
Yeah, we're not talking about Konami though, because we've been talking about them for the past 2 weeks,
Sure.
and they're dead to me now.
Yeah.
The anger's real.
Our tears have ran dry.
I mean, what would they show us? Like more Metal Gear Solid 5?
They would show us
Like-
nothing because they're dead. I don't know what Konami is.
Well, maybe they can show us
Don't
the
mention it.
like what they had for Silent
Oh,
Hill.
here's
so we
Silent
can
Hills,
just
yeah.
cry about it.
They
Like,
show us more quiet action.
here's a
figures.
couple of levels we made. You're never gonna get to play them.
They can show us a live ISIS demonstration of their company head being killed.
Oh, we
Anyways.
lost a few people. There.
Anyways, well,
Oh my god.
So, we're moving past that. We'll
All
start.
right. All right,
And
first
from a
conference.
chair.
Starting with Bethesda on June 14th.
Wow, I wonder what game they're gonna come out with.
So,
One
Jose.
Shut up. The one
So-
company I don't have info on.
Yeah,
lights
so-
go down, conference starts. What do we start with?
Apocalyptic Wasteland immediately.
You think so?
I would be surprised if do they even have anything?
Do you open with the Haymaker, though?
I guess. I don't know.
Apocalyptic Wasteland. Lights go down. Apocalyptic Wasteland. Nice Forest Test 6. Calling it right now.
What?
What?
Elder Scrolls 6. It's happening.
No, it's not.
It is.
There's no fucking way.
Why not?
Skyrim
Because
2.
Fallout 4 is...
The Elder Scrolls 6, Skyrim 2.
Love Skyrim too.
Colon and out.
Because fucking Fallout 4 is 100% being announced this year. There's no way it doesn't happen.
They're
Well,
faking us out.
they-
Guillermo del Toro.
Or
I
they
will-
could do
Alright.
Elder Scrolls Online. 'Cause isn't
Oh
that-
god, please. no.
Sure, I wouldn't open with that though.
No.
Nobody
Yeah.
fucking cares
No.
about
That
that
would
game.
be the worst opening. 'cause
Yeah,
people just
Everybody
be like,
turns
that
on
game
the
was trash.
turns on the conference, then just immediately clicks
Just
it
be
off.
like-
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah. No.
They 100% open with Doom.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I mean that's
think,
confirmed, and you know,
I guess.
Because you have to start strong, but you don't want to start too strong. You want that and one more thing.
in the last
moment,
15
you know?
minutes, oh snap! What are they gonna
Only
show
Yeah.
us?
based
Exactly.
Ubisoft can pull that off, though.
Everyone does it, dude. You just have that fresh
Honestly-
in your mind because Rainbow Six Siege was so good last year.
And the year before when Watch Dogs was there.
Yeah, I don't fucking care about Watch
Yeah,
Dogs.
but Watch Dogs ended up bad, but that trailer was
I
amazing.
could not care less. They were like,
Yeah,
it's
the hype of the game
GTA
was
with a
awesome.
cell
Yeah,
phone.
it was.
It's
Too
like,
bad the game was trash.
Yeah.
Get it out of here.
Worst
Yeah.
GTA I've ever played.
So I mean, all right. So moving on to the obvious. Obviously, Fallout 4 will be revealed.
Mhm.
I don't know anyone other than Jose who's fucking out of his mind who thinks that's not true.
Yeah, over under.
I'm just
Well, it's
kidding. I'm just
confirmed,
kidding,
isn't
buddy.
it?
It's not
not,
confirmed, but,
but
you had the
It's
whole
confirmed, but it's
leak,
confirmed.
Yeah.
You know, with Del Toro's studio
Yeah,
and
it's all over.
whatnot.
Basically,
So,
they
it's
sort of
all
they
over.
sort of expect at this point to either throw out the Elder Scrolls 6 or Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is looking like it's like 80%, 20% is the Elder Scrolls 6, but like realistically, Fallout
both.
4 is.
Do both.
Oh my god! If they did both, like that would be the conference of the year.
If they like ended the conference with Fallout 4 and then like as the lights went dim and they were like conference is over, just kidding, bam, Elder Scrolls 6.
Fallout X Elder Scrolls
Oh,
Battle Arena.
That's literally what they are anyway.
Oh.
They're the same game.
Yeah,
well, I
pretty
mean,
much
same.
are.
Yeah, I mean, when you make it off the same engine like that,
And they're made by the same team. That's why we won't get both. And we'll totally get fucking Fallout 4 this year. So
Yeah.
I mean, I assume they come out with Fallout 4 holiday 2015 release date.
yeah, I can see that.
wait, holiday 2015?
Oh yeah, this year.
You know, I'm interested if.
They've been working on this game for
Oh, they've been working on it since
6
2011,
years
yeah.
now. Yeah.
All right.
Oh well, yeah. If you count after Skyrim came out, yeah.
Yeah,
4
I'm
years.
counting
Sure.
like when they started working with the Skyrim engine,
Yeah.
which is
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I mean, like generally with games of like that caliber, it's you know you will see a leak, and obviously we did see a leak with
Sure.
the whole publisher
Yeah.
thing. But I would be very surprised if the first leak we saw was like half a year before. Like I don't know, that just seems very soon.
Hmm.
I don't know.
You know, I think
I feel like we just would have seen
seen.
something else.
Yeah.
Hinting at it.
I think one thing to consider is I think they're going to try to actually push out this game sooner rather than later.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, one thing I noticed when I was looking up on the game was they've been using the same engine, the creation engine, since Skyrim, and that engine is getting kind of dated. So when they release this game, I think people aren't going to be really aware of this, but it's going to have about the same graphics Skyrim did, and as games get better and better on the PS4 and Xbox One, those graphics are going to look more and more dated. So I think they're going to try to push it out sooner rather than later, so that they can start working on a new engine, start working on a new game, just because of that lag in the graphics.
Have they confirmed if they're using the creation engine or not? I mean,
They
the game's
have
not even confirmed.
However,
It could be
It-
possible that they're just running a new engine.
It would be possible, and that's one thing. Like one thing I wrote down was
What,
if they
what
don't
game is this for? Sorry, I was reading chat.
Elder Scrolls 6
Oh,
or
yeah.
Fallout 4.
Oh, okay.
If they don't show it, my belief is that it's going to be because that they made a whole new engine and restarted working on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, the reason it could be coming out now is because, 11 to 15 or whatever, they've been building this new engine, and now they're finally going into production so that
Yeah.
they can announce the game and be like, all right, we're working on this, it'll be out 2017 or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, in the state that games are in now, we get hit by so many delays and so many things like Watch Dogs and The Witcher and stuff that demoed and looked really good and then come out 2 years down the line and aren't, as good looking as they were in, pre-production. So I
Yeah.
believe in the quick announcement and then release as soon as possible. Because a game like Fallout 4 does not need the hype
No.
train that a lot of games need. It will sell millions no matter what.
And
So-
you don't also need amazing graphics too. I mean, the game is.
Yeah,
it
I
looks-
mean, Fallout 3 looks like shit.
Yeah, and that's fine because you don't play it because you're like, oh my god, the graphics. You
Yeah,
play it 'cause
exactly.
it's a
That's why you
Fallout
play The
game.
Witcher.
It's fun.
Well, here's a
looks like
question.
crap.
Just because we mentioned Watch Dogs, do you think developers learned the lesson from the crap that Watch Dogs took after the whole
No.
premiering? 'Cause-
Not at all.
So what was it in 2012? They
No,
premiered.
2013. Sorry.
Was it? Yeah, it was 2013. They premiered the real in-game footage.
Sure.
and with like
and
that weird comparison to like the New York blackout.
yeah, and it showed everything, and it was like it was by far the most realistic graphics anybody has ever seen.
Yep.
Sure, they did the
And-
same thing with The Witcher, though.
Yeah.
Have you seen The
that's
Witcher
fair.
early demos?
I don't think I did.
It looks... I mean, The Witcher 3 looks fucking fantastic. But...
Well, that was the problem. Was Watch Dogs did not.
No,
Watch
Yeah.
Dogs looked like
the pop and
I mean,
They downgraded like a
see,
year later.
This is what happened,
Exactly.
right? They put out Watch Dogs 2012 at E3,
Yep.
and they were like, we're not saying what this is running on. They were very clear, because that was when we were still like,
Yeah.
ooh, what is PS4? Orbis? And it's like,
Oh,
so...
God.
Yeah, So it was running 100% on
Yeah.
next-gen hardware, and then when they announced the game, they're like, okay, we'll also put it on your PS3s and your 360s and shit. So they had to downgrade the whole game. That's why it looks
I
like
guess,
shit.
yeah.
But no, nobody ever learns. The game sold really well. It'll be a franchise. They'll be making a sequel. Who cares? They don't. All right. So other things at Bethesda. It is highly rumored that we'll get a Dishonored 2.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
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 I don't know
that's-
why. Apparently it sold well.
I'm like the only one here that enjoyed it.
No, I liked it. I liked it. We
People
and,
watch
you know,
mostly
we
like
talked about it.
We
before.
talked about this last week.
It's also you got to think if they're putting out an HD remake, there's got to be a reason.
Yeah,
If
and
you're
there's
getting-
been
if you're- if you're
rumblings,
getting-
you know.
If you're getting people to try and play the first game,
Oh, that's
you know,
true.
especially people
Yeah.
that haven't played it, I wonder
Yeah,
what
I
you're
played the
getting them
first game.
excited for with playing the first game for the first time.
I mean, point out an HD remake that's come out in the last 3 years that wasn't followed by an announcement of the sequel. You know,
The Last of Us.
that's a good example.
I enjoyed Dishonored to the point that
That's a good
I tried
example.
to speedrun the game.
Fair play.
if we want to, speed runs of Dishonored are sweet.
Like,
It's one of the
they're,
coolest games
like,
I've seen.
I could go through the first 3 levels within like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
speed runs of that game are sick.
Yeah.
Definitely one of my favorite games to watch.
And then one last thing I had written down is The Evil Within, which
Yeah, I
did.
saw rumblings about another one.
Yeah, it did really, really fucking well for them.
I didn't even realize that was Bethesda.
Yeah, me
Yep,
neither.
Yep,
Huh.
it's a
I was
Bethesda
like,
game.
huh?
It did really well, so it may be too early for a sequel. Maybe we'll get an announcement for a sequel. That'd be nice. It's only been about a year since the game came out, though. Maybe just more on the DLC.
That's what I was going to say.
unreleased.
Do
I don't
we know
want
if they
it-
have any more DLC planned?
I believe there's one more in the
Yeah, I
pipe.
saw.
One
I
more
don't
in
want
the
it to
pipe.
turn into like a game that's going to be like annualized.
It is.
Though.
It's the new Dead Space. It's the new Dead Space and not as good a game. But, I mean, I hope... Bethesda has a certain way about them that EA doesn't. EA is very much about the money, and Bethesda seems to genuinely care about their franchises. You know, see what they do with
Yep.
the Elder Scrolls and, you know, Fallout and stuff. And even Wolfenstein, which was a long dormant series that they, you know, brought back to life.
A lot of
and
cool stuff with
made
it.
a really good game. So hopefully, you know, if they're certainly going to turn the Evil Within into a franchise. There's no doubt about that. Hopefully they do it justice.
Yeah.
I think it was a really good game. Not as great as I could have hoped, but still great. I'll play the second one. So that's all I had written down. You know, speculations from others would be great.
I think the only thing I would speculate is maybe we see a little bit more of like, do they have a plan to make people think about the Elder Scrolls Online a bit more? I mean,
I assume they'll do some sort of presentation
yeah,
on
you
it.
know,
Oh yeah, definitely.
the game it's gotten better, but I think the perception is that it's just
It's a shitty
Yeah,
game.
it's a shitty game. So I think
That's
maybe
my
they,
perception,
Maybe they
so-
put out
What, the Elder Scrolls Online?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played it a bunch in beta. So what's your guys' thought on? I mean, it's really a pretty recent trend. It like bringing all these what have in the past been exclusively PC games. You know, Final Fantasy 14,
Yep.
Diablo 3, now the Elder Scrolls, and taking games that have in the past been exclusively PC games and bringing them to consoles.
It's because they work now. You couldn't put these
Yeah,
games on
I,
PS3.
And you know, I mean, like we played Final Fantasy. It worked, but
I don't think.
But what
looked-
about it doesn't work,
I
you know?
don't think it looked that well compared to like the PC
it
version.
looked all right. It was like
There's
it-
certain concessions that have to be made.
Exactly. And when we were playing the game, you know, I was commenting on how I thought it was really impressive how they managed to take a literal keyboard and like, you know, 6 hotbars and crunch that into one controller.
Yeah, that's just
But-
the thing. Why?
But at the same thing, it's, you know, yeah, you can do it, but it's not really how the game was meant to be
Yeah,
played.
but I mean,
So-
you can also play on keyboard and mouse on
I'm gonna-
PS4.
I'm gonna ask: have any of you guys actually played the new Diablo 3 on PS3 or PS4?
I have not.
Yeah.
So I have. That game is fucking fantastic on PS4.
Yeah.
It is perfectly mapped. I haven't played it recently, but I have 5 characters leveled to whatever the max level is now. My roommate and I used to play it religiously every weekend
Yeah,
because that
you
game
played
is
it a lot.
so much fun. I didn't really like it on the PC. It was also, you know, before they'd done all the updates and made it a lot more better. They didn't remove the auction house when I played it on the PC, but on the PS4 it felt very, very right to be playing it. It was a very, very well done port. The thing I will say though is, a lot of people when it was first announced for PC, thought that it was being developed also for the PS4 and Xbox because a lot of the controls and how it was laid out felt like it could be very easily mapped
For
over.
a pad, yeah.
So I wonder.
Same people say the same thing about The Witcher 3.
Yeah, I wonder if
How
if
it
what we're going to
feels
see
better
is
on a
these,
pad.
these ports, they'll be more focused on making the controls sort of fit the game consoles and making the content the same, but
Yeah.
but more instead
Designing
of focusing on
it,
instead of focusing on designing for PC, design for the consoles, and then move it back over.
Well, I mean, like, the way that our market is these days is PC has a very large consumer base, but PC gamers are very much the hardcore in every way. Like, if you're a PC gamer, you are a gamer first. You're not, I picked up this Xbone for my Maddens
Yeah.
and my Blops 3. And so, like, it makes more fiscal sense to develop things first and foremost for the biggest gaming market in the world, which is console gaming at the current moment. So, I mean, it makes complete sense to me. I mean, I don't think that you lose too much in that transition, you know? I
No.
feel like platforms should be as close to each other as possible. Like, PC should not have an advantage over console and vice versa. It's only the way that you control it, basically.
And I will say, I think they've done a pretty good job fostering like the hardcore scene with Diablo 3 especially.
Yeah, of course.
The seasons that they've come up with are done pretty well. I've played one season so far. It was a lot of fun, and I think there's definitely it was definitely a well-designed game at this point, just because they have hit both, I think, the casual market pretty well. Like, that was a game you could pick up no matter what.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And the competitive scene. So
Yeah.
I like what they're doing with that.
Yeah, it's really just a question of, where do they draw the line? Do we see, Diablo definitely makes more sense in my opinion than Final Fantasy did.
Sure.
When going to
Well, MMOs
to a-
have a certain...
Yeah, and that's kind of the question though. Is it's like how complex of a game can you be porting?
I said, platforms should be as close as possible. That doesn't mean that they'll ever be the same.
we'll never see World of Warcraft.
Yeah, it
console
does not
edition.
transition to consoles, so...
World of Warcraft 2 console release 2017. Called it here.
All right. Well, I will give you. All right. Sorry, I'm left-handed. I will give you $1,000 if that happens. Nothing in return. One-sided bet. One-sided.
Big fan of that.
Just me to you. All right.
Nice way.
Anything else on Bethesda, guys?
So I guess this is probably a question we should ask for every single conference, but
Sure.
percentage chance you guys think that we see like a new IP?
From Bethesda? I don't think so.
I think 0. They have so many hitters that they're
Yeah,
already
but
gonna be
Bethesda's
showing
got
us.
enough in the
Like,
pipe.
they already-
I agree that
like,
it's,
that
it's
company's
probably very
stacked
soon.
as
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, they need to have another team come in and do
Like,
it.
if they have
it's-
another IP, they're gonna win. I'm gonna say it right now, they're gonna win E3.
There's a very different. It depends who we're talking about, right? Because like we're talking about Bethesda, who's a publishing house. When we're talking about Sony and Microsoft and Nintendo, who are brands that own several
Yes,
developers.
Yes, I fully expect the big three to have new
Yeah.
IPs, but for the
publishers, it's harder.
For the publishers, for Bethesda, for
Because they only have
It
so many
can
studios.
happen.
Yeah.
I think
Because,
Bethesda has like 4, maybe 5 studios,
Yeah.
if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. So,
But I mean, my point is though is that I think some of the other publishing houses have a much higher chance.
oh yeah, I don't think Bethesda's the one,
but I agree. I
we'll
don't think Bethesda's
we'll talk
gonna
about
be-
some
I
of
also like
it.
to
Yeah.
point out that this is actually Bethesda's first separate solo E3
Yep,
conference.
them and Square Enix are both
And honestly,
forging
this
out.
is a pretty stacked one.
Yeah.
Like,
It is.
This is a
because
pretty good opener.
They used to be only EA and Ubisoft for quite
Yeah.
a while, and then once I heard that Square Enix and Bethesda are doing it, I was like,
What-
holy crap.
What this really means is Square Enix has to step up to the fucking
Yes, they
plate.
do. They really do.
Because like Bethesda's bringing out Doom and Fallout 4 presumably.
Yeah.
Those are some big fucking
Like-
hits.
Yeah.
Doom
Yeah.
is like synonymous with video games. Like when I think video games, I think Mario, I think Doom. Like those are centralized, huge fucking franchises.
Didn't that game like bring up the process of like shooters like for
Oh, yeah.
like
Doom,
Yeah,
Doom was the
shooters?
first,
the quintessential shooter.
real
Yeah.
shooter. Yeah, it even coined. If you guys didn't know, Doom coined the term
FPS.
deathmatch.
Or deathmatch, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Multiplayer gaming, it was not a thing before Doom. I mean, it was, but you know what I mean.
It wasn't nearly as.
So Square Enix has got to have some real big fucking hits. And we'll talk about that later when we
Yeah.
get to them. But moving on to our next conference, next in the order is Microsoft, who is normally the first conference, but Bethesda gets the jump on them this
A
year.
day early.
Yeah, a day early. Indeed. So, same question as we'll go for every conference. Lights go down, what do we start with?
Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah.
I think they do that because I think they at the end show Halo 5.
I was gonna go the opposite way.
You think-
I think they open with a single player demo.
Or
Of Halo
I
5.
could see this. Didn't we hear news about Gears of War?
Well,
a
we've heard
remaster.
rumblings of a remaster, and
Well, I could see that being the title.
it
like,
depends
yeah,
what
stuff.
it is.
Honestly, though, I feel like Halo is just such a cornerstone of it that they.
I feel
think
like
that
you-
they leave it at the end as it's like you should keep watching. 'Cause
Yeah.
you know Halo 5. We're gonna get a trailer.
I feel like you need like something to get people excited about, and Halo certainly does that.
Yeah.
I mean as your closer, but like Halo
let's
certainly
connect
does
that.
that. But we know it's coming. It's not like holy shit, Microsoft, look at this game that I care about. It's like we know Halo 5 is going to be out by the end of the year, and it's really cool to see new shit. But
I have a guess for what they're gonna do with Halo 5.
Hmm?
They're gonna show info about it, and then they're gonna say beta next month.
yeah,
Ooh.
it's fair. They really need to put that out if they're aiming for
they've
holidays.
been
so.
saying that they're gonna release a beta, but they have not set a specific date. So I think they're saving it for E3, and they'll just be like, "Yeah, we're just gonna start a beta next month."
Do you think
can
we
play
get
for
that,
a weekend or like something like that?
Do you think we get that like quintessential E3 fucking thing where they're like, here's our Halo beta and it's available now?
Well, they did that for
wow. That'd be cool.
They did that for Battlefield Hardline.
Yeah, they do that for a lot of stuff. That's how PT came out.
Yep.
Really?
Well, that was
Yeah.
Gamescom, but same
Okay, yeah.
same thing.
Random Halo question. Have they fixed the Master Chief Collection yet?
Yeah,
I,
they did.
I believe so.
They did?
Mhm.
Okay, okay. Because I was going to
Okay,
say,
sure.
because that was another thing they could open with, was just like dim the lights and just have a big screen that just says, we fixed it.
They did it. I think they fixed it before PAX East, which was
Oh, okay.
so
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
because there was a huge event happening in
Yeah.
PAX East.
It's
Obviously,
true. Yeah, they didn't want to
Mhm.
I'm
fuck that
curious.
up.
What was the issue with it?
Everything was like,
just
The net play was net play. The whatever you call
Netcode?
online shooters
Yeah.
was inherently broken.
yeah. Since there was a
It was like literally everything.
since
You
there was
couldn't
like
even
an
play.
actual LAN event happening.
They
Yep.
need to actually fix it.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's cool.
All right. So yeah,
hopefully Halo 5 doesn't release with that. Those kinds of problems.
So I have the Gears of War remaster written down. We still don't know what that is. I mean, I feel like Jose's right. If it's there's a very different thing between a reboot and a remaster, right? And it's like if they bring out they're not rebooting the franchise because they're making a new one.
Mhm.
But if it's like Gears of War remaster, we put it on a new engine. What am I thinking of? I don't. I had a game in my head that I was trying to compare it to, but like they put it on a new engine. They completely redo the multiplayer. The multiplayer is more akin to Gears of War 3, stuff like
I know
that.
the game too. Crap.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Halo. I mean,
Yeah.
we were literally just talking about Halo. Like, see
Oh, yeah.
how they
Wow.
completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
How they completely redid the fucking game, right?
Mhm.
I didn't
And
realize they
it's,
put Halo on the new like they put like the old Halos on the new engine.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, they
Oh, that's awesome.
they
They
have
remade
their
the
own
entire
servers and
engine.
everything.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
that makes me want to buy an Xbox.
So
One
if
for
they,
that.
you can play Halo 2
Yeah, I was going to say,
online.
being able to play Halo 2 is
It's
sweet.
fucking great. So like if they do that with Gears, that's fucking hype. I'd get
Yeah.
hype about that.
Which
I'd go out
Gears-
and
Do you know which Gears specifically?
it just says Gears of War remaster. So I feel like if
It better
they're
not be Judgment.
if they're
Oh.
doing it won't be. Judgment did not. Judgment was a bomb, but
I'd like to see either the original or 2.
if
I think they start with the original. I mean, why would they start
it's
with
either the original or it's the first 3.
Yeah,
That's the only way to do it. So if it's just, up-res, here's your games on Xbox One, then I believe it's the first 3. If it's completely redone, I think it's only the first game.
Fair.
You
I
know,
also don't know, no one knows where Gears 4, air
Yeah.
quotes,
Well,
where
they
it's
could-
going to fit in the storyline, so I have no idea.
They could show that at E3 too, but it's only gonna be like for like a good like
I
5
think
seconds.
they close with a Gears 4 trailer.
like they're gonna show the
Okay, I can see
remaster.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're gonna show the remaster, and then it's gonna like darken, and then
yeah,
boom.
there you
'cause,
go.
know,
Yeah.
we've seen a little bit about Halo 5. We just haven't seen anything about Gears
Yeah.
4, so I can see that.
Yeah, like we'll definitely get a huge Halo 5 presentation,
Yeah.
but I think
Can't wait.
maybe we'll get
It's
like
probably
a
gonna-
Gears 4
it's probably gonna be-
teaser.
It's probably gonna last for like the last like 20 minutes of that
I'm
conference.
totally fine with that, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
as
But
am I.
yeah, hopefully we get just like Gears of War teaser, maybe like fucking 10 seconds if we're lucky, and it just says
Yeah.
2017 or some
Yeah.
shit,
Mhm.
What else do I have written? Fable Legends. Is Fable Legends still relevant? Do
No.
people still care?
Do people still buy Fable games?
What was that announced 2 years ago?
It was announced last year.
Last year?
And when he went to go to talk with like IGN and stuff like that,
Mm. Love
when,
Peter Molyneux.
when they asked him like when is it coming out, he really just said we have no idea. So we don't know like when that game's coming out. Or not.
This game's in a very weird place.
Yeah.
Fable Legends.
Oh.
I love Jay just tuning out from the podcast.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to figure out something.
It's just I don't see this game happening anytime soon. Like we'll probably see it.
Forgot about Fable being
Yeah.
a thing.
We'll
I
probably
mean,
see
like
it,
it's
but,
it's
like,
got that 4v1 thing going on too.
4v1.
Wait, when was the last time we even saw any of this game?
Last
Last
year
year.
at E3.
Last year at E3?
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, Gamescom.
Yeah,
Okay.
I get them
But
confused
they're
because
the
they're the
same
same
thing.
show.
Yeah, it was pretty much the same exact demo.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna say, because didn't Molyneux like leave his studio and go do indie things? And
He does a lot of
And then-
shit.
he moved around. Like
We saw
I
it.
assumed he was just kind of off that.
We saw briefly of it at PAX East.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did we?
Well, I
Okay.
did.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Like, and they had like custom controllers for like that game specifically.
Yeah.
So,
Oh wow. Okay.
Interesting.
And there's been like rumblings that it's free to play. Like
Yeah.
I've heard rumors that
Okay.
it's more of like a MOBA format,
Yep.
Ah.
where just in the way that there's a large cast of
so now we're
characters
gonna
that are
see
always rotating.
copies of Evolve.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's the thing, right? Evolve didn't even do so well.
No.
That's
So
true.
it's like
That's true.
all last year the theme at E3 was like 4v1. 4v1's the new thing. We all love 4v1. And it's like nobody's really
Bowser.
fucking hype on 4v1, you know?
No, 4v1 games, I mean, has there any bit that have been like really a success? Because
Evolve was like a
Mario
really
Party.
solid game, but it
Evolve, I
wasn't.
saw people stream it for about a week, and then I haven't seen
Yeah,
anyone
it
talk
wasn't.
about it since.
It was not what
That's
they
true.
wanted it to be.
Like,
They even tried to go competitive with that game. It didn't even
I haven't
last.
seen anyone even talk about
No.
the
You
game.
remember that?
Yep.
PAX East.
I saw IFC Yipes, Perfect Legend, CD Junior, and Persia.
Persia.
Yeah. Play Evolve
Competitively.
at
Wow.
the
You
pro
wanna
am.
you want to know who the monster was?
Oh.
Perfect Legend.
Oh.
Yeah.
The dangerous reads.
The dangerous reads. The scariest man in the FGC.
He's Sorry for anyone who does-
dangerous read.
Woke
Sorry
up
for
in the
anyone who
X-Men.
does not know like FGC players.
Blame it on Jose Colon.
Yeah, I'm very sorry.
All right. Other things. Crackdown reboot. That was announced. Was that also last year?
Yep.
Crackdown. Oh,
Crackdown's
yeah,
a
yeah.
shitter.
Xbox One.
I thought it was just Crackdown.
That was that
like a
GTA
new
game.
Crackdown.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the reboot.
I thought it
Those
was.
are those
just
were like
Crackdown,
GTA clone where you were like a cybernetic police cop, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
First one was it was a good idea. It was made very early in the console life cycle.
I thought it was like one of the launch titles.
It was.
Yes.
It was super.
So it was, not built well, but it was a good game for when
Yeah,
it came
it
out.
wasn't bad.
Crackdown 2 was a bomb.
Yeah.
So now I guess they see potential in the series and they're rebooting it. I don't like Crackdown, but
Me neither.
people
I'm not
do.
excited.
People like it.
Yeah, I mean,
It'll probably be there.
The only like sandbox type games I like are pretty much Saints Row. And
Mhm.
that's it.
I was
I mean,
gonna-
we've been spoiled by like Saints Row and GTA so
Mhm.
much. That's kind of just like if you're gonna
yeah,
make a
Crackdown's always
sandbox
kind of
game-
been like just backseat to
Yeah, it's just like, hey, I'm here.
because I mean
Yeah.
Saints Row has always been the GTA clone.
Yeah,
you
of
can
course.
even really call it that anymore.
Well,
yeah, you used to be able
It totally
Not
does its own
anymore.
thing now, yeah.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
anymore. After three.
I even think after 1, dude, like the first game was a straight GTA clone, but I think Saints Row 2 started to do its own thing. I mean,
Well,
3 is
now that I think about
especially
it, yeah, I think
3
2
is like the
started it.
hard hit, like where
Mhm.
it's just not even a fucking GTA game anymore.
And honestly,
Goes off
2
the-
was
Is that the one where you're the
2
president?
was the best one.
Yes,
Yeah.
Saints Row 3, you are the president.
Yeah.
This is a great series, by the way.
It is
Oh,
a,
yes.
is a fantastic
I
game
love
series.
this
Do we know if
series.
when we're getting a new one, or if we're do we know?
Gat Out of Hell for Saints Row 4 came out
2 months
recently. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's the newest we've got. We have no news on Saints Row 5, but it might be too early for that.
Yeah, I mean,
Those
I,
games take a while to make.
Uh,
I think it's too early for that, honestly.
I think we'll see info about it though.
Well,
What, an announcement in Saints Row 5?
Yes. I
At
honestly
Microsoft?
think- Yes.
Microsoft. Okay.
I could see it.
There we go.
You know,
we'll see.
same.
I don't know what they're gonna do with the main character. They'll be like, "You're the ruler of the universe." It's like, oh.
I don't have,
I have
that'd be
no idea.
fucking
Or maybe they
hype, dude.
reboot it back to now you're just a bum again.
You are literally Superman.
I mean,
You're a
well,
whole-
that's where
have
Saints
no
Row-
skills, no
Well,
redeeming
I
qualities.
would
Saints
literally
Row
just
2
go
was
outside.
Like that. Saints
Really?
Row 2 is like that. Like,
That's
like
fine.
you escape from jail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like that's how every fucking GTA game
Oh.
starts. Oh, I'm fresh off the boat.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I got out of jail.
and it's fuck off. I'm done with it.
Been locked up for 5 years and got nothing but the shirt on my back.
That was
Didn't
oddly
count, but-
specific. Anyways, last thing I have written down for Microsoft is Scalebound from Platinum.
Oh yeah, I forgot
which
about
we
that.
know virtually nothing about.
Yeah, it was just
Scalebound
a-
from Platinum.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it's
it
called
was just-
Scalebound. It's
Oh, it's
from
from the
Platinum
developer,
Games.
It
You
was
know,
just like
good
a
old
30-second
Revengeance.
trailer, and then that's pretty much
What
it.
type of game? What is? I'm
Who
not
fucking
familiar.
knows?
I'm guessing it's gonna be like Bayonetta.
Well,
Oh, okay.
it's a Platinum game, so
Yeah, I was
they
sure that
they,
helped.
they made Revengeance. They made
Oh,
Bayonetta.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be a hack and slash,
Mhm.
but
fine.
some people think it's only online, like only
Interesting.
competing with other players. We only got a teaser,
Yeah, so
and we have seen nothing since, and that is an Xbox One exclusive. So I assume we'll see some more on that.
You know what you did miss? My favorite timed exclusive series, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yes.
I
That-
don't know.
Actually,
I think we'll see that at Squeenix more than
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
see it at
yeah.
Microsoft.
Maybe.
They might. It's
I
really
think- well,
easy
I
for
think they're
people to
just-
double up,
Yeah,
like
I
EA and
feel
Ubisoft
like,
do it all the time.
I feel
that's
like
why I
they're
think.
gonna put Microsoft
That's why I
out.
also think Assassin's Creed is gonna do that as well for Microsoft and Ubisoft. But,
Yeah, no, I agree. The doubling up is probably going to happen a lot this year
actually,
because
go ahead.
I'm just saying each conference is at least an hour long, and you can only have so
Yeah.
much content. So
Yep. I actually think Rise of the Tomb Raider, because we all know that it was announced as an exclusive, quote unquote. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
air
Square
quotes.
Enix is gonna reveal. that
Drip
it's
is literally
not
just
an
slamming against the wall.
I think Square Enix is gonna reveal that it's not an exclusive. That we're gonna get it on PS4 also.
100%.
Yeah, I
it's a
mean-
timed exclusive, if
Yeah.
anything. You know.
Mhm.
What do you think? A year?
Whatever.
I don't even think it's
I
that
think
much.
it'll come out on launch day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You think they're just
okay.
going to drop that completely?
Yeah.
Wouldn't be
Yeah.
unprecedented.
I'd
I mean-
say I'd put it like 3 to 5 months.
Like, has Tomb
I would
Raider's
assume.
mostly been on
I think
Sony's side, right?
I don't
Yeah.
know why they switch camps,
Yeah.
especially
Well,
when
it's like
Sony's the fucking haymaker.
Yeah,
right
like
now.
I
It's
don't
like
see
Bandai
why
Namco
they would
based
just
on
say
that.
like, "Hey, it's an Xbox exclusive." It's just,
Yeah, like-
I don't know.
Somebody gave him some money,
Yeah.
True.
They,
and by somebody I mean Microsoft.
Yeah.
I mean Phil Spencer was like, "Here's $1 million."
yeah,
You know what
it-
we're definitely gonna see?
What?
A montage of indie games.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's,
can't wait to be unenthused by that.
Yeah.
I love
Love
indie games,
Kickstarter.
man. Indie games are great. What's wrong with Kickstarter?
Well-
Kickstarter breeds awesome games.
That's,
Instead of a montage of indie games, they're just gonna like scroll down the gaming page of Kickstarter. just like scroll wheel
There's-
down.
So we're gonna get the Banjo Kazooie game, right?
Oh, that's gonna be the mainstay of the Xbox One. channel.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh shit,
We should-
Rare's making a game now." All right, so we're putting out this new Banjo game, guys. No, ukulele doesn't matter. Shh. Buy our Xbox. We'll give you those shitty characters
I got a
back.
question. How much of the Kinect are we gonna see, and are we gonna hear anything about HoloLens?
What is HoloLens?
They're it's basically like their Oculus Rift.
Oh, I thought Oculus was their Oculus Rift.
Their in-house Oculus Rift.
they
Re-
did say.
Oh, I didn't even know they were
did
making
say
their
that
own.
Kinect. They still have.
Kinect's
Still
dead.
content?
Yeah, they're still.
Okay.
They're
Kinect-
still planning on doing content for Kinect.
It'll be on the floor at E3. If there's new Kinect games, they'll be on the floor. Will they be
Yeah.
at the presser? Fuck no.
Like,
Fuck no.
all honestly, Kinect is pretty much used now for just like dance games.
Really?
And
Yeah.
that's pretty much
Like,
it.
you got your fucking gimmicks, right? Sony's gonna come out swinging with Morpheus, and if fucking Microsoft comes out, they're like, guys, we still have this Kinect.
Like if
You want
Like, if
Dance Central
anything-
5?
Who
the
doesn't?
only Kinect games I could see is another Dance Central and another Just Dance.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dancing.
And Just Dance will probably be at Nintendo.
I could see it at
Because they were,
Ubisoft.
that's also fair, sure.
Yeah.
Just like they're notoriously a Wii-based franchise. Like,
Yeah.
that's where they started.
They've done really well actually.
These chairs just make me want to
Yeah.
kill myself. You and I, we're going to IKEA. We're buying chairs next week. And
Yeah.
by we, I mean you. You're buying chairs.
The Draper Dollar.
Yeah, and you're doing it.
I have another series that
Sure.
we haven't said anything. Forza.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
Forza 6. Yep.
Oh, yep.
I
we
tune
got,
out racing
We got
games.
Horizon 2 last year, and we haven't gotten.
So it's a
another-
motorsport year then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
so.
so.
We'll just get another motorsport game.
Mhm.
I just tune out
Forza-
racing games.
That's not as
Forza-
much as there is to say about Forza.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is the part where I scrub through sports, racing, sports.
Like,
Uh,
they're gonna show us
I
some
actually-
very, very
I'm
realistic
gonna say
cars.
now,
and everybody's
but I have
gonna
a-
go, wow.
I have a racing game.
Let's all
that
talk
I
at
think
the same time.
everyone should be excited for,
What?
but I'm not going to say it right now. It's for another conference.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I gotta say, most racing games are just kind of like, they're there. If you're into that thing, you're gonna get it.
I like Need for Speed games. I don't like sim racers.
I know.
Yeah.
I think the thing with sim racers is it's like, at least, I mean, I've never been into it, so I'm sure anybody that actually enjoys the series is gonna like crap all over me for
I
saying
love
this.
Forza.
But it's mechanics never really change. You're driving a car is a car. It's just
True.
looks better.
it's car porn. It's
Yeah.
you know we're gonna show you this like
True.
Yeah.
up close
True.
shot of a car driving by at really quick speeds, but it's in slow mo, and you can see every little piece of dew on the side of the car, and it looks gorgeous.
I like more of like the arcade racing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
Horizon.
love arcade
Horizon was amazing. I don't know about anything about Horizon 2 because I don't have
Yeah.
an Xbox
I would
One.
be super hyped if they made another Burnout game. That's what I'd hype about. Definitely not a Microsoft, but like, Sony get on that.
EA's got it.
Don't get me started on Burnout. I love Burnout.
Burnout's
So much
I
fun.
used to love Burnout, and then I got shit. Anyways, next
What's
conference.
the one on the PS2? The Burnout
What?
on the PS2.
Revenge, yeah, Burnout 3.
Yeah, Burnout Revenge.
Burnout 3 Revenge
That
was
was a good
fucking
game.
great game.
HD
Paradise was
remaster
really good
Sony. That's all you need.
Paradise
That's
was
all
really
you
good on 360.
got. It was.
It was a really good game. And then they fucked it with Crash
Yeah.
and whatever the one after that was.
There's some mediocre ones.
Anyways, our next conference is the worst company in America, Electronic Arts.
Yeah.
It's in the game.
First thing they're gonna start off
Case
with
was-
Yeah.
all the sports
EA
titles within the
Sports.
span of like 20 minutes.
I mean,
They're gonna have
really.
like a random star for each game. It's like,
Yeah.
it's gonna, oh, we're gonna have Kobe Bryant for NBA. It's like, hey,
Kobe Bryant.
check
I
me
don't
out
know.
in this game.
I don't think they're the fucking enemy anymore.
They have a.
Oh, for NBA or just
What?
like
No,
they
it's
have,
not
they
in
have
general,
OB,
man.
OBJ from Madden.
I don't know any of the shit that they're talking about, Jay. I just don't
I'm
really
sorry.
got
It's,
nothing.
it's actually pretty interesting because he's like one of the first rookies they put on there. Like most other ones, like the one who was closest to being like a rookie at the time was like Calvin Johnson. But
Yeah.
like
Yep.
OBJ, one catch, he made it. Happy. I was really sad because Gronk was really sad about not getting on there.
Yeah.
It was
he was a finalist.
he was
and-
genuinely depressed about that, and it was pretty funny.
Is the curse still a thing,
Yeah.
or has it been dead? All right, it's
No,
still a
it's,
thing.
it hurt.
It's still-
It hurt really bad 2 years ago when the Peyton curse hit Sean Payton, Peyton Manning, and it was like one other Peyton as well. It was a bad year.
Oh,
What is
those
this
whole-
curse that
So-
you're
so-
talking about?
Whenever it's the Madden curse, whenever they put whoever they put on the cover
You just
of
do
Madden
notoriously bad.
they
at
just
something?
say,
Has
generally they
terrible
get
things happen to
hurt.
them.
Generally they get
Yeah.
hurt,
Okay.
or like just have a terribly bad.
That's what
year.
happened for
Or-
NBA too. When Derrick Rose was on the cover,
Yep.
gets injured for
Yep.
the whole entire season.
Wasn't AP on the cover and he got like sent to jail or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adrian Pierce got picked up for the child beating.
So maybe this
Yeah.
is just like EA is like specking on the criminals.
Yeah,
EA
Like,
is
oh,
doing
this guy's
their
going
duty.
down.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's hit up the police. Put him on this cover.
I mean, really, they're just like this. Like we gotta help them out. We gotta
I
put
haven't
some
seen like
extra
an
eyes
actual
on
like
them.
hometown like team on a cover except for like NHL with Bergeron.
Boston stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So-
there hasn't been.
I'm sorry.
To be fair, the rest of the world,
No, go ahead,
the
no.
rest of the world, the rest of the like U.S. just hates us. So
Oh, especially for New England, yes.
Yeah.
yeah, just everybody hates us. So like
no,
that's
we're
why.
filthy cheaters. So.
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
there's
think-
that. There's yeah.
I mean, I know.
There's
There's,
the- well,
there's also
yeah.
the fact that we win.
Well, I
yeah.
know for a lot of games, but like
lot.
a lot of the people who they put on like the Madden series, they're usually people who are just like the best on their team, but their team's not very good.
Yeah,
like
that's also
AP,
true.
like just is amazing on his team. Like OBJ is a godlike receiver on a average team. I want to say
Yeah.
like that's
You should
that's
put
really
Ray
what they
Rice
do.
on the cover.
He's technically retiring this year. Actually, he hasn't
Mhm.
worked though for like 2 years.
Well, whatever.
But that would be really strange. Because people would be like, it looks like a homeless black man's on the cover.
Oh.
Let's just get our local Jesse Parnell.
Wow.
Jesse Parnell in blackface on the Madden cover.
All right, so let's talk about those video games that we play.
Nice.
you know?
Yeah.
So EA, what else?
What do they open with?
Um,
I think it's pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
obvious. Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way they don't.
Show some awesome cinematic roll into gameplay.
that's the game I think they're gonna say you can play right now.
Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh my
Yes.
god! If they
You're
did
That would be nuts.
that would be perfect.
Especially since they already have a release date set.
Like they have,
Yo, we're breaking it. GameSpot, get it out right now.
like they did the same. They're gonna do the same exact thing that Hardline did, which
Oh,
announced
the
it.
beta, sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not the
okay.
game. You thought you meant the game?
Yeah, that's what
no,
he
no,
implied.
no, no, no,
Oh no!
That was
please.
what it,
I meant-
that was what
That's
it
what I
was
thought.
implied.
You were dumb.
You implied that.
I'm
No.
sorry.
You gotta.
Do you think they'll put out a beta for that
Yes,
Yeah, I can see it.
100%.
I can see it.
game? I can see it. Just, no, I didn't think about it.
I think
No,
that'd be pretty sweet.
doesn't-
If they're just like, you can play it now, boom.
But fucking insane.
But now,
That would be
again,
hype.
going
I
with
would
the
be
whole,
very hyped.
going with the whole
That's
like
why.
heavy hitters. Do they open with that? Do they close with it?
I don't
They're gonna
It-
open it with it.
You think they're gonna?
Yeah,
open
Yeah,
with
it's like
Battlefront?
I go with this whole thing where I feel like they open with strong games that we already know about.
That's fair.
And people
Okay.
have already seen Battlefront being played at Star Wars
Yeah.
Celebration.
And
We
if they have a,
haven't.
and if they have a reveal, they end with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
I feel like a beta is actually not that plausible, just because they're
Yeah.
under such a fucking time crunch to get that
Right.
game out.
Yep.
Yes.
Because they have to put it out this holiday season. They can't delay it. So
No.
the game won't sell nearly as well if it's
Um,
not launching
well-
alongside The Force Awakens.
Yeah,
That's the whole point.
Yeah, I agree.
You
I
know?
agree. I was gonna say.
So
it's
they
gonna
want it
sell
out
no matter
then.
what, but then selling it at the same time, the hype for the movie is that would be like
They'll make fucking billions. And
oh
you
my
know
God.
EA is
Everyone-
all about that
and everyone would buy
dollar.
it too. Like, oh, I don't
I'll
care about
fucking
video
buy it.
games. Like, I only play Madden. I'm gonna buy the Star Wars game because that thing looks awesome.
Exactly, it does look awesome.
Someone mentioned it in the chat.
Hmm?
Mass Effect 4.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna mention.
Oh.
We seen
They
the
showed-
I'd be super happy.
They only showed like behind the scenes on like what they're doing last year. So I think they're gonna
did they
show.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
all
okay.
they showed was just like what they're like, just people working at a computer.
But so people are working. On
Yes.
it.
It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
essentially announced.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like
It is in.
I
when I was
really-
watching the conference, I was just like,
Yeah, they did
why
this.
are they cheering?
Yeah, it was some very weird like
It's not
developer
very
diary.
like hype worthy.
No, it
It
was
was
just
like you're showing us something. But
They just
it's nothing to get
mentioned-
excited.
I mean,
over.
they
they-
mentioned Mass Effect and BioWare, and that's it. And then everyone went berserk, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we go Star Wars. We go into
Mirror's Edge 2.
Yeah.
Mass Effect.
Oh my god, I would die. I would.
Mirror's
Well, I was
Edge
gonna
would be-
get to
If-
that. I feel like that's their closer. They-
Mass
if-
Effect, Mass Effect 4 feels like closer. I
If
don't know
we get a
Mirror's Edge
release
is.
date for Mirror's Edge 2,
Oh my god, I would not.
I feel
I
like
would. I don't.
I feel like we get
I would
like
just straight nut.
we get a re-reveal end of the show and it's like out
Same
3-4
thing.
months from now. Because the game's been in development for,
God.
for fucking ever. It's got to
That's
be near
true.
done.
I know.
I honestly, as
It's like 10 years
as
now.
optimistic as I would love to be, I think it's going to be one of those games that's going to be because it's been in development, but it's also supposedly been canned at least twice, I believe.
So did they show it then?
So I don't think it's
Well,
coming
did,
out.
did they empty their
I
segment
honestly,
then?
I love
Don't
the
say
game.
that.
One
Please don't
one
say
in
that.
Mirror's Edge
Don't
2
keep
is
those
something
assets.
I've wanted ever since I played the first
It
one. Which,
hurts.
you know, like I bought
It
on launch
hurts.
day, I played through it. It was a fucking amazing game, and I heard
I
they were
played
like,
that.
oh, because they have confirmed the sequel, I believe at least twice. They have also confirmed that the sequel is no longer being developed, I believe at least twice.
I don't think there was any confirmations of any of that.
They
They announced the game once.
It's been-
All right,
been in
not
development
confirmation,
hell,
but there have been rumors that the
Oh, of
game
course.
started.
Sure.
Heavily, likely rumors. I guess is
Sure.
you know as close to a confirmation as you can get without somebody saying, "Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
we canned the game."
I love
So
the first one.
as
so-
much as I would love to see it come out, I just don't see it coming out. If prove me wrong,
Coming out
EA.
soon, you mean?
I think if they have
I
anything,
don't.
that's
I just don't think it's gonna come out ever. I think it's
Yeah.
just. It's one of those. I mean,
Well,
and it
that's
happens
too
to games
niche.
all the time. You know, how long is a game that's been in development for 10 years and has gotten canned multiple times along that time?
Yeah, did
we'll,
you know
we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
So, come.
We'll get to that later.
So,
stream.
so you know,
Shitty, but still go out.
my point being though that like,
Oh, that's not what I was talking about. But
yeah,
we'll
but yeah,
get to-
Duke Nukem is a
Jose's
one
not
example
what
of
I'm
that.
talking about.
Are you talking
Do
about
I?
Evil? Knight
Don't
or-
worry. We'll get
Don't
to
worry,
it.
alright,
We'll
yeah,
get to
don't
it.
Um,
Jose's on my page.
Yeah,
we got
alright.
it. We
But,
got
you know, so that's my feeling. I am not very optimistic about
So
it.
it was mentioned in the chat. Titanfall. We know Titanfall 2 is coming out. Are we
I
going
don't
to
think
see
they show
it?
anything.
No,
I mean,
you think it's
I
too
don't
early?
even think it's gonna
Yeah.
come out. If they do show anything, it's not gonna come out this year.
It's not. Yeah,
I think it's a
not
next year game.
near.
I think
No,
they'll
I
show
don't
it.
think they're gonna show it.
Maybe
So-
maybe Gamescom.
I don't
when
think so.
I don't see.
when
Gamescom
in the
doing it.
does anybody know this? What was the release date for Titanfall 1?
April of
Okay, so they
last
did.
year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been up for a year.
No. I was just curious
Yeah,
when
that's
it was
what I
released
said.
in.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was curious if it was released on the other end of the year from Call of Duty. Which, well,
It
well,
is.
well,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
November
Sorry.
or whatever to April. So, you know, if they are revealing something now, if they're revealing anything, it's a long shot because it's not obviously not coming out for holiday because
Yeah.
you know I think that was a big problem with
I
Titanfall.
think
was
not a lot's going to come out this holiday.
yeah because I think that was one of the big
Especially shooter wise.
Yeah.
They're like Star Wars, take it. You know, like I
Yep.
wouldn't put my game out in November.
Yeah.
Call of Duty's bold, but they can afford to be.
Yeah.
I would not put
I
a
think
fucking
Call- I think-
shooter
I
out.
think
Call of Duty has been out in November since COD 4.
Yeah.
Because they don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah.
But like if I'm Titanfall 2, I'm not coming out near COD and Battlefront. It's
Yeah.
like
That's
I
the
don't know.
worst
the
idea.
COD revamp was the reason why Titanfall, in my opinion, did so like poorly.
Mhm.
Because everybody looked at Titanfall and was like, "Oh, this is the cool mechanic," and then like
Advanced Warfare.
and then like as soon as they were like, "Oh, this is done," like it's a good idea. Everybody was like, Call of Duty came out. I was like, "Hey, by the way, we have this brand new mechanic that looks suspiciously similar to Titanfall,
Yeah, with
but
the
we did it,
exosuits,
but we did
yeah.
it better."
Mhm.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Oh, let's stop playing Titanfall and get excited for COD."
Yeah,
now."
exactly.
So
I gamed out super
you know.
quick.
So
A lot of games are doing that these days, you know.
yeah. Well, so now the real question, because Titanfall got pushed out by Advanced Warfare so quickly, does Titanfall 2 go a completely different direction to try and push themselves away from
No.
COD?
Yes.
No,
I don't think so.
I think they do.
You think they go
I
like-
think they have to. I think if they don't, then it's going to be a dead game on release.
But you go from Titanfall to Titanfall 2. What's your different angle? What do you mean?
I think you pull a complete 180.
Black
But
Ops 3
in which
is
direction?
not gonna,
It's
is
all
not
single
gonna follow
player?
suit to Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna stick to original classic COD, where like you're not gonna be jumping.
You're not
like,
gonna be a
whole
fucking
building.
robot, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know. The reveal trailers we saw from Black Ops 3 were pretty,
that's the only thing they're doing though. Is just the super jump. That's it.
okay.
You're not
Alright.
doing. You're not
No.
like moving
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
So can we talk about one thing real quick?
Yeah.
You think Call of Duty is going to be at Xbox? Because everything that anyone's been shown is on PS4 hardware,
Oh, really?
and that
Oh,
is
wow,
the
that's-
first
really?
time
That's actually
ever in
true.
Call of Duty history.
That's
yeah.
true.
That
Wow,
is-
yeah.
Call of Duty goes where the money is, and they've COD. Where's Call of Duty been? Right? It's only
Always-
on 360.
Always Xbox
Yeah,
One.
These
That's
Call of Duty
always
1, 2,
been-
and 3 don't fucking matter. Call of Duty 4 all the way through is on 360,
I
but
have an
why?
opinion on this in general. I think competitive games are gonna go to Sony now.
Yeah, they all go where the money is, right? And Sony is the haymaker. They are the 360.
This generation, definitely.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think
Because
it's less
Sony is winning the console war right
And-
now.
by a
and-
vast margin.
Yes.
Oh,
But-
not
but
even a
I-
question in my mind.
I don't even think it's the console war necessarily, but I think it's also the I mean, I think that's a very
They
large
go
part
where
of it.
the market is,
But
you know?
it's Sony's not only winning the console war, but I wouldn't say they're necessarily winning, but they have closed the gap in the online war a tremendous amount.
You think so? You think PSN is better than...
I don't think it's better. I don't think it's
Oh, you
better.
think
but,
they're
but
closer.
I think the difference between PSN on the PS3 and Xbox 360
Oh.
was so huge.
PSN on the PS3 is a fucking disaster.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which I mean, what is Call of Duty historically always been about? The multiplayer.
He's shouting, he's hitting the table.
I know. I am a very
He's a very eccentric man.
yeah. So it's always been about the multiplayer. It's always gone to, and Xbox Live has just always been the place to go.
Yeah,
for
and now they're in parity.
and exactly, and I wouldn't say that like PSN is
Not
now
even
better than
parity.
Live.
They're not even.
I think
paired.
they're in parity.
I think they're very close.
I think Xbox
I
Live
think
is
people
still super
who
strong.
who are dedicated Xbox 360 players move over to Xbox One, but I think public perception and the casual level hugely towards PS4.
but I think that's the console, not
Yeah,
the,
we're
not the live.
we're
system.
talking about just like
American
their
the
Network.
online system.
Okay,
yeah.
I guess.
It-
their
it's-
their network, not in public opinion, but in infrastructure
okay,
wise. Like PSN on PS3
I
was
don't know
very,
anything about
very weak.
The strength of the infrastructure, but I just know like public perception.
Well, we can just point to one incident that
Oh.
we haven't had all of our credit card information stolen and had PSN down for a month.
Lizard
So
Squad,
Lizard Gang,
Lizard
Lizard Gang.
shut up.
Shows Lizard
Got you.
Gang.
You don't hack us. Take down the
I
podcast.
guess,
Oh, no.
I guess it's time to reveal the racer that I was talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Need for Speed.
Yep, it's announced. It'll be there.
Is it?
You want to know where they announced it at though?
Where?
Instagram.
So fucking weird.
What?
Oh yeah. Hit me on
So
Instagram.
about a month ago, they had a video of like a screenshot of every single Need for Speed they had from the original Underground all the way to Rivals. I think was the last
Underground,
one.
not Hot Pursuit.
Yeah.
And then they had a binary code on it
OG.
saying like
Yeah, that's OG.
I think it said
This-
like May, whatever last Tuesday was. I'm
Yeah.
trying to-
Yep.
And then they revealed a screenshot on that day, and then right after, a trailer.
Wow. Okay.
So there
We
will
got
be.
a whole trailer.
Well, it was only 30 seconds.
That's
Okay,
close
teaser,
enough to a
teaser.
trailer.
It's all
But-
this, pre-E3 garbage.
From what I've
Yeah.
seen, we are getting an Underground 3,
Nice.
which
like
is What I think Underground, next to Most Wanted, is its best series. I loved Underground 2.
I mean, so I've played mostly all the Need for Speed games.
Yeah.
They're the only racing games.
I'm trying to differentiate. I'm still like
just
mishmashing the Most Wanted and the Underground
They're all
games in my head.
It's like the reason a game's good is because it was made by a competent team and they put a lot of time into it.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with what the series is from. You know, it could be a completely new one. It could be just as good as Underground 2. Underground 2 is a great game, and Most Wanted were a great game just because they were made that way. It's like there was nothing mechanically super different about them that made them great. They were just really good games.
It's just like how they adapted it. Like I think the older Most Wanted was better than the newer one.
The new Most Wanted was a fucking trash heap.
Yeah. Was it the old Most Wanted that had the
actual Blacklist where like they had cutscenes and everything?
Yeah, I was gonna say it had
different
the hype live action
While-
movies.
Very Fast and
while
Furious.
for like the new
Yeah.
the new one just had like
God,
you
those
just
live
had to
action,
find the
those
car
live action
and then
movies
race
were.
them.
It was
absolute-
literally a Fast and Furious movie.
It actually
It was
was.
fucking great.
Underground 2 was the first Need for Speed where like you actually had to travel to find races.
Yeah. Underground 2 was the first open world.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So
Was Underground 2 before or after Most Wanted?
Before.
Before
Most
before,
Wanted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Most
Most Wanted
right
was on
after.
360.
Because Most Wanted 1 was like probably the best one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I was the one that I played the
Far and
most
away.
out of.
Far and away,
But,
yeah.
Like, yeah, because I played a bunch of that one and then I played a bunch of the original Hot Pursuit, which
Yeah,
was like,
of course.
because that game was sweet.
PS1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I thought about it. Was like, oh yeah, I have a copy of that game over there somewhere.
Yeah,
I got you.
I've once owned every single Need for Speed.
Hey.
So-
There you go.
But then
Never played
something
any of
happened, and now I don't have any of them anymore.
Oh no.
So I can't say. But I honestly, if this isn't Underground, then I don't think it's gonna sell well. Because a lot of people loved Underground.
That's fair.
You don't think it's gonna sell well?
If it's not Underground,
Oh, if it's not Underground, sure, yeah.
You think
Like-
they need that tagline?
I
Yeah,
think,
they
I
need
think it
that
doesn't
tag.
matter.
they need it.
I think it's irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it will necessarily bomb if it doesn't.
I don't.
have
Yeah,
it.
I don't think it'll make or break the game.
You know,
it'll
I-
help the game.
Yeah,
The
it will.
nostalgia will
help the game.
definitely help.
Mhm.
It always does.
Like the trailer, like has that vibe to it for for Underground
What was the last Need for Speed game that
Rivals.
Rivals,
Yeah.
we got? Okay.
which was a launch title.
Have we gotten a? Oh yeah, what was the one before that?
Most Wanted.
Most Wanted.
Nope.
Yes.
I thought it was Hot Pursuit 2.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. So
they
Rivals,
remade-
Hot Pursuit 2.
Oh okay.
And then
Most Wanted. Yeah,
Okay. Did they reboot the series? Just Need for Speed.
I think so. I think that's the right way to go.
You think that's?
I
Wait,
don't want to see
just
that.
drop. I mean,
I
how much?
really-
I mean, and that is again. You guys want to look at like trends. That's like the big.
What's
thing.
the reason not to?
Is just reboot the game, drop all taglines, Need for Speed.
It's really hard to reboot a game with a story, you know? It's like you don't want to drop the
There's a
extended
story in Need for
universe.
Speed?
This is the point.
Well,
there isn't. Doesn't
okay,
matter.
It's like
Drop it.
very, very cheesy.
So it's
Yeah.
car races. That's
Yeah.
the story. Okay, then yeah.
Drop it. Make a
It's like-
reboot.
Yeah,
It's like
I
Fast and Furious, but not Fast and
I would-
Furious.
I would
It's
put,
just
like-
watching the movie.
I would
so
put,
have no
like-
clue.
if we're looking just between Need for Speed and Underground, I would say 60-40. It's a reboot Need for Speed. 40% it's another Underground game. That'd be my guess.
The only connection I ever found in any of my time playing Need for Speed is like, aren't the original Most Wanted and Undercover is its sequel, right?
I think so.
Because
Is it?
yeah, because in the beginning of Undercover, you're in the blue and
yeah,
white
that's true.
BMW, and
That's true.
they're like, oh, you're back. It's like,
Oh yeah.
so it's like a loose sequel.
Lose connections.
Yeah, they're
Undercover
terrible.
was good.
Undercover was a good game. I love Undercover. Anyways, moving on.
Need for Speed.
One last thing. I mean, we're not making these wild, crazy predictions that we should be making that are just going to end up being false. So I want a Dead Space reboot.
I would actually be super happy
Reboot.
about that. That
Reboot?
series.
I want.
I mean, if we can give it-
You don't see four?
I
Or
don't
that's
want
a-
a Dead Space 4. Because
Yeah.
you know what Dead Space 4 means? It means it's another fucking bro op that I don't want. I want
Oh
Dead
yeah,
Space.
Dead Space 3.
Give
co-op
me
was
a
not
Dead
good
Space
idea.
game.
It was
That,
And, like-
not
that
a
series
good
is like
idea.
the coolest premise ever.
When I love premises. When we like, you know, this is wild and crazy, sure, but there's actually some truth to this. So in Battlefield Hardline, there's a bunch of Dead Space Easter eggs.
Really?
And Visceral has gone out of their way and said, we would really like to come back to the franchise, but what we're focusing on now is Battlefield Hardline. Battlefield
Hardline.
Battlefield Hardline is now out, released.
done.
Everything's good. I think all their DLC is, you know, done and ready to ship if it hasn't already.
Yeah.
So this is the time.
I guess I'll make a bold
For Dead
prediction
Space.
too. Since they can't really do NBA anymore since 2K's owning
Yeah.
it, we're gonna see an NBA Street.
Damn.
Okay.
Yes, we are going to see an NBA Street.
Sure, why not?
I'd love another Street game. That'd be
Yeah.
sweet.
It's like, sure,
Okay.
it's all yours, man.
I have no opinions on the Street
Yeah.
franchise. I will say this: Dead Space is super fun. I really want at least something to come out of Dead Space again.
They said they
Yeah.
want to work on the franchise,
Just
so
a little teaser.
I could see it.
give me a reboot. I don't want another bro up, man.
They'll
fair.
probably
If it's Dead Space 4, at least just make it single player.
Reboot,
Fuck off.
completely different series. I'd be really cool with that.
Yeah.
I
wait,
they
didn't
just,
it? Oh, go ahead.
They just need to have another cool horror shooter. in
Dead Space 1 was great.
Yeah.
Dead Space 1 was a 10 out of 10 perfect game. There's
It was
no
really
problems with it. Dead Space 2,
Was okay.
it was good. I liked it. Probably a 7, 8.
Yeah.
Dead Space 3...
Actually, just question from the chat: do we see Borderlands, and who do we see it from?
No.
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 You at E3 anywhere.
I think we'd see it from Xbox. I don't think we see it.
Okay.
Isn't
I mean, actually,
what's
Yeah,
the
I don't
com-
know.
who
you know,
makes
they did
Borderlands?
just put it
Gearbox,
out.
right?
Gearbox
Gearbox
Isn't it
makes it.
Gearbox,
Aren't
right?
they
Gearbox,
making Battleborn?
Battleborn.
They are working on Battleborn.
I think we're just gonna see
Battleborn?
that.
Ooh, do we see Battleborn? Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably do.
What is that series?
Who knows?
Another- Oh,
We have no
I don't
idea.
even know.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah.
that could be a thing.
Goldfarb worked on that for a bit.
It's just his last few games have not been that good.
Thanks, Randy.
Yeah.
I met him once. I have his signature right back here.
Oh, that's cool.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
It's not. If you know what happened.
Fuck Randy Pitchford.
If you know what happened, it's.
I'm
the
looking
worst
at you,
story ever.
Randy.
What is?
I'm looking at you.
Is this a podcast or is this after the
You
podcast?
wanna?
His
The
name
Randy-
sounds very familiar.
Randy
We're done.
Pitchford?
He's the head of Gearbox.
Okay.
We're done.
Did he
Yeah,
do
we're
that?
done. We're
We're
done.
not. We're
We're
not
done.
talking about that.
Moving on.
You know what you did.
You know your sins.
So that's all I have for EA. Any other thoughts?
I don't think so.
That's all
I
I
think
have for them too.
covered a pretty
If they
wide variety of
If they're
games
gonna
that
show
they did.
Dead Space, it's gonna be at the end.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
want that to be their big reveal. Be like, yo, here's
That'd be
Isaac
super.
Clarke. He's fucked.
It's either
He's
be
gonna
that-
kill some necromorphs.
It's either gonna be that or Mirror's Edge, in my opinion.
I think Mirror's Edge is more likely
Yeah.
because it's actually a game.
Jay,
Yeah.
stop.
I'm
It's-
sorry.
You're
Jay,
Well,
giving
it's not a
me
game.
I know,
There's
I
just
know.
a lot of assets in the recycle bin
It's a
right now,
PT.
and
It's a PT.
potentially they emptied the recycle bin. We're not sure.
It's a PT. It's a game, but is it?
Yeah.
But is it? No. The answer is no. All right. Moving on. Ubisoft is next. Everybody loves Ubisoft. Assassin's
Love
Creed's a great
Assassin's
game.
Creed.
So what do they open with? I think
Assassin's
that.
Creed.
Assassin's
Probably
Creed.
Assassin's
Yeah.
Creed.
I'm sure some people are excited
Here's
about
some. Where is it now? I forget.
Didn't they?
Assassin's Creed Syndicate is the newest one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Syndicate.
They announced
like,
where it was. I don't
what's
remember.
the era? Is it like
So-
Venetian era or something?
I don't know. I don't care about the series.
Yeah, no one does.
The thing is, the
Victorian
series of games.
era, maybe. I don't
I think Victorian.
I think
Actually,
it's
yeah.
Victorian.
Yeah, I believe so.
If people like it, they'll buy it. If not, they won't buy it.
There's a
It's-
huge
it's-
fan base for
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, so
Oh,
it's
yeah.
gonna
You
sell
know what?
well.
There's actually some positive news about Assassin's Creed.
Really?
It's single player only.
Yes,
Yeah.
finally.
So this
Since
means
like, what? Black Flag?
yeah, I believe Black Flag was the last one. So this means one of two things. And I mean Brotherhood before that also had multiplayer.
Oh yeah, true.
So this means one of two things. It means one, Ubisoft knows what they're doing, and they're making a single player game because you don't need multiplayer in a
Yay.
historically
No.
single player game.
It was off.
Option two, which I think is more likely, because who doesn't love money? I know Ubisoft loves money. They're right behind EA for the money grubbing.
Sadly.
Are you gonna say an Infinity Ward Treyarch thing? Because that's what I'm expecting. Is that your?
What annualization?
Oh, like
every
a
year?
Annualization.
It's already annualized.
Well, no, but
It's more
every other
than
year swapping
annualized.
off.
Well,
Back
actually,
and
what I
forth.
was gonna say is even more drastic than that. They have so
Oh,
many
okay.
studios under Ubisoft that I imagine Assassin's Creed is a single player game. Someone else is working on a multiplayer only one.
Well, that's what I'm saying with the. That's why I'm saying Infinity Ward Treyarch.
Yeah,
because, you know,
but
going
they
back to-
switch off. I think these
So
will be
bored by that.
simultaneous.
Oh, you're thinking Samus. Oh, see, so that's what I was gonna say is maybe they start doing a. Although because Ubisoft also loves the money. Obviously, Call of Duty used to be Infinity Ward developed one. It came out every other year, and Treyarch developed one, which came out every other year,
Yep.
and they switched off.
And now there's 3 studios doing it.
Yeah, but I'm sorry for the purpose that time period, looking at doing that for Assassin's Creed, where every other year you get a single player only one, and then every other year you get like a whatever the multiplayer one is.
It's probably wiser so they can make better games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or they do them every 6 months.
Oh,
Double
God.
up. Why not?
As fast as people eat that shit, you can shovel it to them. You know, it's
I
like
mean,
they'll keep buying it.
I mean, if you can annualize a single player only Assassin's Creed, why not also annualize a
Multiplayer one, yeah.
multiplayer one and just release it on the other end of the year?
I think this is what Call of Duty should do to save the industry. is release a game every 3 months so that people finally get sick of this shit and stop buying it. Just put it out every goddamn day.
You guys think it's gonna start with that?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
know,
I
How
honestly
much
think,
else do they have?
I honestly think they're gonna start with what
they?
they ended
Do they?
with last year,
Which
Rainbow
is?
Six Siege.
All right,
Place it.
Siege.
So you just got a release date now. It's coming soon.
yeah.
They want to push that
That's the
out
other
the
game I
door.
think people are really.
Like they're gonna finally
Hyped
show. Was there any info on single player?
No.
Siege?
So
I think
I-
I think it's multiplayer only.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
really?
Yeah, that's from all I've seen of it.
It hasn't been announced, but that's my speculation.
Oh well,
I-
I was gonna say they're gonna show single player.
I was gonna say I say I don't think it will end or start the conference, but I say a very lengthy chunk of the meat of the conference is dedicated to just a playing through a demo for
Rainbow
No.
Six.
Yeah.
I don't even think
Yeah.
it's Rainbow Six. I think a large portion is playing through a demo of The Division, which is the game we should
Yes.
be worrying
You mean
about.
Watch Dogs 2?
Huh?
Watch Dogs 2?
No,
No,
I mean The Division,
Yeah, Watch Dogs
the
2.
game I care about.
I care about it too, but I think it's gonna go
All
that
right,
way.
so let's look at this realistically.
I just hope this game beats Destiny.
Division is very akin to Destiny. It's an MMO, but not an MMO. It's a Destiny MMO.
a Destiny.
I can't talk. I have a list,
fine.
Anyways, so that's a real hot subject right now. Destiny did fucking phenomenally well.
Yeah.
Destiny also got the House of Wolves expansion, which actually made the game a lot better. People have been really, really happy with it, which is really surprising me.
You know what
because
doesn't make
it's not a good game.
the things a lot better?
What?
Hitting the table.
I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it every podcast. You know this.
But I think this is your last week.
Oh.
The Division's a
next
Tom
week.
Clancy game.
Yeah, and I mean,
When does Tom Clancy make bad games?
what's the last game he made?
Was it
Um,
Rainbow Six a Tom Clancy game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Rainbow Six was.
Rainbow Six.
Does it still have that tag?
The
though?
last
It
Yep.
does. It does. It is
Us.
still Tom Clancy.
Splinter Cell?
It's a Tom Clancy shooter.
Blacklist was a really good game.
Love
Yeah.
Splinter Cell. Yeah.
Doesn't make bad games, man.
I'm just worried. I'm just getting that Watch Dogs
gonna be
vibe from
good.
it.
It's not a GTA clone.
I actually
Oh,
like.
thank
I
God.
don't think I've seen
No.
almost anything. I don't even think I've.
We've
heard
seen,
of it.
we've seen one demo.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
And it was the same demo. Like
Yeah.
we saw it 2 years ago, and then last year
It's
it
time.
was the same exact demo.
It's time.
Oh.
Throw it at us.
They-
With
they're
just, like, a
pushing this
different
out.
location.
Clearly, that was a game I just missed.
I think we see a lot of
The
the
Division?
Division.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So possibility of Far Cry 5.
No.
No?
mm,
Mm-mm.
Do you think it's too early?
Yep.
It's been what, a year since 4 came out?
A year and a half right now. So I don't think we're gonna.
I think we
see
drop an
anything.
announcement.
We might see. What was that game?
As fast
It
as
was
they
an
can put it out,
arcade
they're gonna buy it.
game
You know.
Right after Far Cry 3
Blood
came out.
Dragon.
Yeah,
You,
I think we're
you
gonna
think we'll get a Blood Dragon equivalent?
for
Far Cry 4?
something
That was the
like
Future
that.
Man one, right?
Yep.
yeah.
Love Future Man gaming.
You know,
Airball.
you know what I think we're gonna get.
What?
My crazy prediction for the Ubisoft conference is Rainbow Six Siege Light Gun Edition.
Light Gun Edition?
Light Gun Edition.
Light Gun Edition.
Bang bang.
I love light guns.
I
Give it to me.
PlayStation.
I'd be really happy with that.
I get fucking into that.
It's like
PlayStation
you.
Bring
I
back the
guess-
glowy balls.
No.
No. No.
So like that's all I have for Ubisoft. So
Yeah,
I think
I have
if
nothing
anyone, this is the publisher who needs new IPs. So they don't have a lot
I
going
mean,
on.
Yeah, I only saw those 3 games. That's
They
literally
could
from
show Rayman,
A
but
new
like a new one, but not the platform, not like the 2D platform.
Yo, giving me a
like-
fucking 3D Rayman.
Yes, I want a 3D.
I get
Rayman.
fucking about that, dude. I love Rayman, but I hate this
I
cartoony
hate,
Legends
I hate,
shit.
Yeah, I hate Rayman Legends. Like
It's
I
like-
want
Give
it
us,
to go
Rayman
back to
2 again.
3D.
Give me Rayman 3 Wreaking Havoc or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Rayman 3 is a fucking great game.
Yes, it is.
I could never be Rayman 2.
Well, Rayman 1.
Me neither.
Beat Rayman 1, dude. I'll give you a fucking big hug and a kiss.
Another grand.
Huh?
Another grand.
Well,
All these
that's
grand
actually
threats.
realistic,
Oh,
unlike
fair
his
enough.
last, you know.
I thought I could probably.
But
get
they
it now,
need a
but-
new IP.
They
They
do.
really
Yeah,
do.
No,
I think they
agree.
need more than one.
Yeah, they're definitely
Well,
a
we-
big company.
Didn't we see something about like a racing game, but like with everything? Like they're gonna have like a jet facing off like against a car or something like that.
Love chicken.
Oh
I-
yeah.
Like
I have no
we
idea.
saw a concept of
And then
it.
they like go into the helicopter and then they parachute out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like-
That sounds really cool. However, at their slowest speed, jets go like 230 miles an hour.
It's just I don't know what they're gonna do with it.
Racing.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but I remember
10
seeing
feet.
info about that from Ubisoft. So
That would be
I
fucking
do
sick.
remember that.
Nice.
I've never seen this, but that
Big
just sounds
fan of-
cool.
Jets X Cars.
That's what it's called. How'd you know?
Yeah, you heard it here first.
I mean, I guess like if you make them run the same loop, Jets have to bank a lot further. But I don't still think it's fair.
Resident jet expert, ace combat engineer.
I love Ace Combat so much.
I don't think we're gonna see any info on the crew because the crew did not do well.
Sad too.
Yeah, I was really
Cool
sad.
concept.
Like
Cool
I
execution.
have the game and I could not play it for like more than.
I completely forgot that
an
game even
hour.
released.
Yeah, because it was pretty bad.
I was looking up stuff and I was like, what is Ubisoft
it
gonna
was
come out?
Awful. Like the online was you could not find like a
Yeah.
you could not find anyone.
Who developed Brink? Random question. Out of left field.
Gearbox,
Gearbox?
I think. Was
Yeah.
it Gearbox?
Mhm.
It was a
I
Gearbox
was just
game?
wondering when we were going to get
Another
Brink
awful game that he did.
No, we're getting the Gears of War remaster from Splash Damage. We went over that last week.
Yeah, Splash
Yep.
Damage was the one.
Or the
Splash
first
Damage
week.
is or first week, yeah.
Oh,
So that's what Brink's
too,
doing.
Baby.
Yeah, but I won't Brink
I'll
too.
buy it for $60, just like I did the first one.
I played like
No.
20 minutes of that game.
Anyways.
Me too. I bought it for $60.
You know what I did?
Bought it for 2.
I played it for 20, and I completed the whole thing. Like I got every
Also
achievement
true.
in that game.
Also true. Love
Or
Avatar.
Yeah.
Where's
Don't
Aang?
ever achievement hunt in any games.
No, do it all the time. Anyways, any thoughts on Ubisoft before we close out?
No, they just
they're probably so. I guess Squeenix probably has.
Jay, you can't scream and get close to the mic.
I'm sorry.
You gotta choose one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. I was gonna say Ubisoft probably has like the biggest, like has to knock it out of the park, but I guess Squeenix.
I think
also
Squeenix
does. Yeah,
has
that's
to
fair.
take that home,
Um,
but Ubisoft also has.
Yeah, I mean, like
they're gonna have a reveal. Like
they will.
they're gonna have a
will.
reveal.
Yeah.
Like at the end.
You always have something.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah, obviously.
We'll get Wonder Book 2. How's that
No.
not?
Hell no.
Give me
Yeah.
that Wonder Book. Developed by J.K. Rowling herself.
Oh,
Give me that
Jesus.
Wonder Book. Mm-hmm.
And does Squeenix and Bethesda getting conferences of their own, does that force Ubisoft and Bethesda
EA.
Yeah.
and EA to like have to step up?
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Fuck yeah.
100%.
There needs to be a new
They
IP.
already-
Or you need to
Especially
do-
against Square Enix because of Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I mean,
That alone.
could you see
Yeah, we'll
like
get to that.
Ubisoft doing something like what we talked about with like them just releasing a beta right now for like a game? Like would that
Mm-mm.
For
that
what?
be-
I mean,
the
console
Division?
beta for the Siege.
Well, there was rumors that there was going to be a beta for the Division.
I don't think
Yeah.
that game will beta well.
No.
It seems very.
I think
Like-
we're a lot
I mean,
more
we-
likely to get a beta for Rainbow Six.
I mean, we had a beta on PC, so.
Yeah.
And we
Well,
are
alright,
getting
yeah,
one.
console
We are
betas.
getting one for console.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
So then
Oh,
we'll
okay.
we'll 100%
Because if
get
you
a day for
pre-order,
that.
I think it was like a couple of months ago. If you pre-order it on Amazon, you get a
You
beta
got it.
code
Okay.
once
Okay.
once it was announced.
enough.
So
So that'll
I did
be
that
that'll be
instantly.
now
that
then.
won't be enough to
yeah.
equal it. All right, that makes sense.
So I guess that's all for Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Now everybody. For those of you who are sleeping, we've come to the real meat of the podcast.
Yeah.
Sunny herself
Sunny herself cooking eggs for everybody.
or Sony.
Sony.
Mhm.
Sony.
Shuhei Yoshida, my boy.
Alright.
So, pretty easy starting, soft pitch. What does Sony start with?
Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
There it is. Easy, done.
That was
Knock it out of the park.
like,
We did it.
why not?
That's definitely what they do. I think they start out Uncharted. They
The trailer
announce
had like the most realistic fly I've ever seen in a video game.
And that was
best
something
looking game
crazy.
I have ever seen.
Yep, you're right.
You're right. You're
You're
right.
right. You're right.
Calm down. So they start with Uncharted 4.
Mhm.
They then announce an HD collection for the first 3,
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
and
I'd be super
they
excited.
put out beta details.
Yeah.
Yep.
All seem like super obvious things that will happen.
A little bit more news on PlayStation now, maybe.
What do you mean news? It's already out.
Is it?
Yeah,
Wow, where have you been?
and it's shit.
I thought it was just in beta still.
No, it's out and it's
Oh.
shit.
I had heard good
So
stuff.
there's
about
your
it.
news. Don't play it.
Mm.
God of War 4.
No.
now.
You don't think?
I heard stuff about a God of War remaster though,
Well, that's coming out in July. Is the remaster of the third one?
and as we've seen, I mean, these remasters are leading
That's-
to the
I
What
think it's a
Right.
reboot.
Oh,
You think it's a reboot?
I think
it's a new
they're
Batman game too. I have a
Arkham
feeling that could start.
Batman? Really?
Arkham Knight?
Batman's out in like fucking
thought we-
20 days or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's out super soon.
Who gives a shit? They don't care about that anymore. That's out the door, man.
That's true.
I think we see something from God of War.
I think it's a reboot.
Yeah, we have to see something.
I know Ready at Dawn is making God of War. They've announced that there is a new God of War. I just think it's a reboot.
yeah.
Ascension was a bomb.
The only reason I can see a reboot being reasonable is because of the fact that they're only remastering the third.
Well, it's like, I guess that's...
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I mean-
because if they were remastering the first one, like if they were remastering like all the originals, you'd be less likely to get a reboot.
Sorry, I said Ready at Dawn. I meant Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on.
Yeah. So I
Ready at
think
Dawn made the order. That shit show.
love the order. When did we get the order? 1887.
It was a trailer for Bloodborne.
It
That's
was,
my view.
essentially. But like, I guess you're right. So we probably will get a God of War 4. Because Santa Monica likes to make bad decisions, I guess. You know why we're only making reboots, right?
Why?
Because so many people are buying these new consoles as their first consoles. And you know what a number does? Keeps people out. It's like, oh, I don't want to play this game because I didn't play the first three.
Yep.
Oh, new God of War? I'll play it.
Yeah. No, that's true.
You know? So
That's true.
But I guess you're right. 4
honestly
seems
think
likely.
Sony is
Sona.
gonna
Persona.
I honestly think Sony is gonna go through like every genre that they have. Like I think they're gonna show another character reveal for Street Fighter V.
I think nobody cares.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I feel about it.
The blow up.
Well-
So fried chicken is. I can't wait on this topic any longer.
Yeah. You want to talk about it
can't.
until dawn. I get it.
We're gonna get. So we get
The official announcement that it's been canned.
another huge demo. We get demos all the time.
Yeah.
We're gonna get an Until Dawn demo. We're certainly gonna get a fucking release date. If I don't get a release date, just literally kill me. Because that game has been in
We're gonna kill 'em on
development
stream,
for my
boys.
entire fucking life.
And then like at the end of the demo, like the entire thing, like the whole screen just like flames come in from the sides and it like burns up and it all shrivels
And it says
down.
published by Konami.
And you see like, is it Laura or no? Who's the chick from fucking PT? What's her name? Whatever her name is, the chick from PT.
Yeah,
You just see
Lisa.
Lisa. I knew it started with an L. You just see Lisa laughing, like
Yeah.
until John just shrivels up
No,
and
dude.
then Lisa's just.
That
PC
game-
release date.
Yeah, funny. That game's like, Until Dawn. That's all I have left. That's all I have left, boys.
I'm just gonna say another fighter that no one cares about here. Tekken 7.
Yeah. No, it won't be there.
Yeah, it will.
Fuck no.
Yeah, it will.
Sony's
You know it's
conference,
out in
Tekken
arcades
7.
right now.
You know nobody in the mainstream cares about fighting games, right? I don't even think Street
Yeah,
Fighter
I mean,
5 will
the
be
thing
there.
is-
Where did they announce Street Fighter 5?
Okay.
It won't.
Fair
No.
enough.
Yeah.
They
E3
announced
is
it at
not for
Capcom
us.
Cup.
Yeah.
E3
Yeah,
is not
which
for
is-
us. E3 is for the press. Nobody gives a fuck about
Yeah,
fighting
Tekken
games.
7 would just be.
Well, the only fighting game
Impressive.
I think that had somewhat of an impact
I
to
mean-
new players was Killer Instinct. Because it was a launch title.
Well, because it was free to play.
That too.
What's that game?
It's a fighting
Don't
game.
worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
E3 is pandered to the people who are getting their monthly subscription to Game Informer.
Exactly. This is for the casuals. It's
You
not for
guys
us.
don't have Game Informer?
I do. I actually still have a subscription to Game Informer. So
I don't.
So it's
Because I
for
don't
you.
shop
It's
at
for you.
GameStop
It's
anymore.
for me.
Through the Navy.
Oh,
Persona
shut
5
that
would
GameStop
never be at
anymore.
E3. Somebody in chat
Yeah.
mentioned it.
Amazon's #1 customer.
Yeah. Amen.
It's true.
But
Yeah, somebody mentioned in chat Persona 5 would never be at E3.
No,
yeah,
they're gonna show it.
yeah.
No.
That's 100% a TGS game. It'll be
Yeah.
all over.
I mean, if
fucking
they
TGS.
do show it, it's just like,
No, not
Bruh.
even. Nobody.
You're
cares.
like, everyone's just like, why is this here? Then how?
Yeah.
That's
oh
for
my
the-
god, Persona!
It's not for
what
America.
about that game, Let It Die?
I really want to. I don't know if we will. I don't know where that game is. I love Suda.
Like-
Suda makes fucking fantastic games.
All we saw was an E3 trailer, and that's it.
I think. I don't know. Jesus, what is that noise?
Love feedback.
Anyways,
I don't know. You know?
sorry about that. So yeah, I'd like to see Let It Die. I don't know that we will.
I don't know anything
I
about
don't
it.
even. Yeah, I don't even.
We don't even know anything about it, so we can't educate you there.
No, I mean, I hadn't heard any like news about it.
So moving on, Hellblade's going to be revealed. We already know that. Hellblade is Ninja Theory's new game.
Oh, okay, cool.
The spiritual sequel to Heavenly Sword, which was one of the best PS3 exclusives.
I enjoyed Heavenly Sword.
It's a great game. So
I played it a bit of my friends.
they have announced that Hellblade will be at E3. I assume it'll be at Sony because Heavenly Sword was, an exclusive. I think Hellblade's an exclusive as well.
Kind of a tangent question. Who made Asura's Wrath, and will we be seeing Asura's Wrath too?
Don't know, but no. Of course not.
That was Capcom.
That game's so cool.
Well, no, that makes no and no.
Okay.
So no, Capcom won't make anything relevant ever again. They're the next Konami. We'll see them fall soon. And no, that game didn't sell well, so we'll never get to see
No
them.
more
That game
zombie
is so
malls?
cool.
I just love how everyone's talking crap about Capcom.
It's
All right, so
When do we get,
Um,
when
is
do we get
there-
another Dead Rising?
Is
PS3
is there
or
is there
PS4?
any
Yeah, on
chance
PS3
we're
actually.
going to see a Killzone?
Fuck no.
Wait,
I don't think Shadowfall. I mean, not Shadowfall. I don't think Killzone is a twice in a generation game.
Haven't we seen? I thought.
we got one.
Haven't we seen like at least some form of Killzone at just about every single Sony E3 conference? Like,
I feel like we
I
need to see
mean,
something else.
you
I
mean
the
last year?
I thought because I thought.
So
we got-
last year, and then the year before that, Mercenary on Vita.
and then we had the PS3 one.
4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, so there was one gap.
But
in there.
so Guerrilla, we don't know what they're working on. That's the Killzone developer.
Mhm.
It's very heavily rumored that it is a open world RPG.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
Is Guerrilla the one that made what's the one on
they made Killzone.
Mars?
That's all they make.
The one on Mars with the Rebellion.
no, that was the Red Planet.
Yeah.
Red
Red Faction?
Yeah,
Red
yeah,
Faction,
Red
yeah.
Faction. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forget who makes that, but they're
I also
Guerrilla.
have,
they were being
something.
published by THQ, so they're dead.
Oh, okay.
I have another game that I think they might start with.
Sure.
No Man's Sky.
I was gonna bring that up.
Is
I
that the
don't.
dinosaur game or something?
No,
No, like
that's
where
the
you can
one
like
that's
travel
I don't know.
anywhere.
Is that the
where
dinosaur
okay.
game?
it's like
Okay.
endless.
Okay.
Like
Love Bronson.
I-
That thing
so-
sounds awesome on paper. Will we ever see it?
no.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, we'll never see it.
So,
It's not
I don't think we do see No Man's Sky.
Really?
Because, just, this could be another fucking David Jaffe moment where he was like, I'm not going to be at E3, and then he comes out in the Twisted Metal cart and announces Twisted Metal. That did happen. That was a real thing.
Oh my god.
But the main dude at, I always forget their developer name, who makes No Man's Sky, said he will not appear at a press conference until the game's released.
Okay.
So,
Really?
and it's
What?
not going to be released.
No. Yeah. So
Unless,
we're-
Sorry,
unless
we'll never
we
be the
we
president.
could, if
Nice.
we're super fucking ambitious, he could be like, and it's out now. But seems
Oh my god. That
I-
would be like
that would be the biggest haymaker of all fucking time. But
No Man's Sky out now. Check PSN.
yeah,
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that'll be like another bruh moment.
yeah, I would lose
Yeah.
my
You'd be
shit.
like, what am I doing with my life?
No, I don't think that'll
Just
happen.
like Microsoft, they're gonna have an indie title montage.
Yeah, that just goes without saying.
About last year's E3,
Hmm?
they took a good half hour explaining like their sales, like if
Yeah, I mean,
and then
Investor conference.
they announced during that was like a new TV show that they were doing,
oh, I love the Powers presentation.
and then
God,
God.
kill me.
and then right after, no, it was before, they finally announced that YouTube was finally an app.
Oh my god,
I
that Powers
want-
presentation was like, it was borderline 2006 Sony
Yep.
with like, this is our feudal Japanese game, and
Yep.
here's a giant enemy crab.
Yeah.
Like, it was so close. I was so done. 2006 makes me want to kill myself, dude. That was the worst.
Wow.
If for like any apps related for Sony, I would like to see a Twitch app, like
Yeah.
actual Twitch.
If we don't get a
Um,
Twitch app, I'm gonna be livid.
because Twitch well, I did not have a PS3 at the beginning. Like, I did not get a PS3 till like 2-3 years ago.
Mhm.
360 Twitch, the Twitch app was really well done.
It is. It's just really.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was, if Microsoft was a big reason why we haven't gotten a Twitch app on PlayStation.
They're not
They
partnered.
don't have one
Yeah.
either.
Wait,
Xbox does.
Xbox.
Oh, they
does.
do?
Xbox has a
Oh,
Twitch
Xbox.
app. Oh,
They
fuck.
have an actual Twitch app.
Yeah.
Since day, I believe since just
No, not day one,
Day one.
but-
Really?
But it's
Recently,
been
yeah.
a while.
Because okay.
Oh, quick shout out in the chat says Red Faction was made by Volition, who are the guys that make Saints Row.
Oh.
So I guess it is possible we
Oh,
could see
really?
another game.
Oh.
That's another series that I
It's
feel
possible.
like we haven't heard anything about from, and I haven't,
haven't
heard
heard
bad
any-
about it.
We
What?
haven't heard anything about it since like 2011.
Yeah.
What
With
from
Armageddon.
Red Faction.
Red Faction? What was the Armageddon was the last one?
Yeah.
It was a good game. I
It
liked
was
it.
good.
You have a unicorn that shoots rainbows
Oh
out
my
its
God,
ass?
that was the
Well,
best.
It was great.
I did not play that one apparently because
Yeah.
I did not remember that.
That was a good one.
That was one of the other games where it was like everything was advertised
Destructible.
as destructible.
It's true.
It was
Everything was
so
actually
true.
destructible, yeah.
So what game do we get at E3 this year that everything in the world is destructible?
I think we're past that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nobody
that's
cares
not
anymore.
the cool
Hopefully.
thing. It's like the old 4v1.
I think,
They said that was actually done good.
I think we'll actually see a fair bit of movie news at Sony this year.
Movie
What
news?
for Ratchet and Clank?
I think we'll get more on Ratchet and Clank. I think we
We'll see.
I think we get a
actual
trailer.
remaster.
Yeah, hopefully.
I would like
I
to.
don't want it to be a remaster. I want it to be a reboot. They haven't specified.
Oh yeah, sure.
And I
That's
also
what I meant
think
to
we
say.
see a trailer for the Last of Us movie.
That'd be cool.
We're getting a
happy
sequel.
with that.
The Last of Us? Do we
There's a
know?
movie.
No, fuck
No,
no.
no, there's
I don't
no-
even want a sequel.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Fuck that.
agree, but
it'd be like they made a sequel to Jarhead,
Yeah.
and it was the worst movie ever made.
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
Oh, you've
I
seen
feel
Jarhead
Oh
too?
yeah, oh yeah.
Don't watch it.
No, don't watch Jarhead.
Don't watch
yeah.
Jarhead too.
But yeah,
Don't even think about it.
so the Last of Us movie is very real.
okay.
I did not even know.
Arya Stark from
You
Game
got-
of Thrones is
you're-
playing
It's
Ellie.
fine.
We know that
Okay.
much.
Don't think about it.
Okay.
So I think we'll see
Yeah.
that. That'll be
I
cool.
mean, Last of Us is pretty much a flagship franchise.
It's their
It's
their
not even
best
franchise,
game that
it's
they've
just
made in
the-
10 years.
yeah.
So.
Well,
Um,
which is why I'm just so used to these companies money grabbing.
Naughty Dog knows what
Yeah.
they're doing. Naughty Dog won't do that.
Yeah,
That's
like,
fair.
the thing is,
That's
that's such
fair.
a series you can't. The emotional connection fans have to it. It was just like there's not much you can do with it anymore.
Oh no, I
think-
I 100% would fully believe, and maybe not Naughty Dog, but like most other companies will. Oh, here's a parallel storyline set around the same time.
I was
or-
actually going to say that
know.
I don't want a Last of Us 2 that has anything to do with Joel and Ellie.
Yeah.
I think a Last of Us 2, which is in the same universe and different characters, is a very good idea. I would
Yeah,
totally eat that shit up.
Or also even just beginning of Last of Us starts, outbreak happens, and then it's what, like 25 years later.
Yeah, somewhere in between.
Yeah. What about 5 years later, or even like day one?
Day one, yeah.
What
that'd
happens
be
with,
great
a,
idea.
with,
That'd
with,
be
a day
really cool.
with a day zero parallel?
like a great idea.
Like, which
Yeah,
I'm
like
just
that
saying, it's
beginning.
like you're right. Last of Us is one of the best franchises that Sony has had in forever. So did they really just like? I know everybody loves to say that. Oh, we don't want a sequel. It would just kill it. It would.
I want
take
to.
away from its
I don't want a
greatness.
sequel.
Well,
I do
yeah,
want
yeah.
another game in the universe.
And
though.
that's what I'm saying.
Totally.
You can't really think of it as a franchise or as a franchise that makes money if we put it out on PS3, we remastered it once, that's done.
Well,
Maybe
we totally
we'll-
won't see it if that's what you mean.
I don't think we'd see it
Because
now, but-
Uncharted 4 is not out.
Yeah,
We'll
no,
see it
I-
once Uncharted 4 is
No,
out.
I,
Yes,
I
yeah.
agree. It was more just a question of will it happen?
Does anybody remember that 3-minute trailer of a guy running for Dead Island 2?
It's been horrifically delayed, so we won't see it.
Oh,
It,
really?
it got pushed back towards I think Q4 2016.
Oh,
We will not
Jesus.
see it.
wow. Okay.
Very much delayed. Won't see it.
Tune in next year for our thoughts on that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So another thing I've written down is we talked about earlier. They registered whatever the player is.
Yeah.
I assume we'll see this PlayStation
Yep.
Home 2.
I hope not.
Wait,
We're
so
going. To
when
see
I was
it.
making that joke about home earlier,
No, I was elaborating on your joke. It's not at all confirmed. If that's what you
okay.
mean.
No.
No.
I
Hopefully
really
not.
hope not.
I only half heard
Yeah.
what you said.
We'll totally see it. I love how Jay's just like half here.
Yeah,
That's
well,
right. Yeah.
my brain is
Don't
fried.
say
Yeah, I
that.
feel you.
No.
You know we're gonna see it. It's literally been registered for one reason, and that's to show it. Could be something nice, guys.
What?
Could it?
Home?
Could no fucking the player.
Oh.
Could be whatever Quantum Break
Should
is.
just be another game show. Like 1 versus 100.
I like this. I like this idea.
I like the idea of just more.
I like
game
one.
shows.
Listen, it said dramatic television series. Game shows are fucking dramatic. Dude.
They are.
There's
the
some
drama.
drama.
They got the
Family
hero.
feud.
Or better yet,
the
better
villain.
yet. 1 versus 100. You win. You get everything on the PS Store unlocked forever. You lose. We brick your PS4 remotely.
I'd take that fucking bet.
That would be
Same.
fucking sick.
I would.
You don't even need to credit me. That shit is for free. That would be awesome.
So,
free.
I'm gonna. My at least final thought on Sony is the prediction that no one has ever made before. This is completely unprecedented. No one in games media has ever said this was going to happen.
Wait,
Oh shit.
wait a second.
I think they re-reveal The Last Guardian and close the show with it.
Actually, I was gonna say that too. Like, I think
Everyone makes this prediction every year. That was the joke. But
Ah,
do it.
Okay.
It's time.
yeah. Well,
Mhm.
Again,
love Mirror's Edge too.
annual tradition.
Hey, man.
Shut up, Jay.
At least when it comes to The Last Guardian, they have several times and recently said it is still in development and
Yeah, they're
it's
gonna
taking
see
a
it.
new direction.
We're gonna see it next month, like before, like 5 days.
You know
before
who said
E3.
Mirror's Edge 2 is in development? Fucking no one. At least The Last Guardian
Oh my
has people
God.
saying it's
You
real.
guys, shut up.
Every time you mention Mirror's Edge, it gets delayed another quarter. Mirror's Edge, Mirror's Edge, Mirror's Edge.
Remedy
Mirror's Edge.
doesn't make bad games. I'd like to point that out from the chat.
That's
I
true.
fucking love
That's
Alan
true.
Wake. That's for you, Jesse. I love Alan
I do
Wake.
too. High five.
Yeah, it's a fucking great
That's
game.
fine.
Love Alan Wake.
All
Love
right.
Lumberjacks.
All right.
I love playing through what's that series?
Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, what's that?
He's
series?
not in the chat. Let's
Oh, he's
go
not
on.
in the chat.
All
All
right.
right.
Anyways,
Resident Rich Boy.
so
That's all I have for Sony 2.
final thoughts.
I think they're
we
probably
just
gonna
about
win
touched it.
Conference of the Year. Honestly.
You think it's gonna be?
We say that because we care deeply about Sony, but you know,
Yeah.
Well-
I don't know.
I hope it's the best conference of the year. All I want is Until Dawn release date, man.
Honestly, I like every console because I'm not about that console war.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
agree.
But I honestly do think that Sony's gonna win this year.
I think Sony
I think they
will-
have to.
I think Sony
Yeah.
will win this year if Uncharted 4 knocks it out of the park, and I 100% fully expect
Yeah,
Uncharted
they will.
4 to knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
I think everybody would be shocked if they didn't.
Yeah.
But because of the strength of that, I think they're definitely gonna. I mean that's gonna be the
Yeah.
powerhouse.
I got a question for you, Cam.
Sure.
Since you know about this game, do you think we'll see Sunset Overdrive on PSN?
What, like the first game released?
Or like a sequel?
I think when a sequel comes out, which it will be multi-platform. I don't think this is the year, and I don't think we'll ever see the original on PSN.
What about like
Was the first one
Xbone exclusive.
Yeah,
Launch
it's
title?
Xbox
No,
exclusive.
close to a launch title.
the
but
one
It's
game
pretty
that made me want to get an Xbox One at the time?
Yep.
It's a good
Because
game.
that game looks amazing.
Got good reviews. Did really well.
Yeah.
Insomniac makes good games.
I enjoyed it.
But no, Insomniac has their own game to show this year, and it's good old Ratchet.
That's I think going to be the focus.
So moving on to Jose's area of expertise,
Nintendo!
With its very mediocre lineup.
and they
It's
will.
true.
You know.
It's very true.
So first thing on my list,
No Zelda.
no Zelda
Yeah,
will be shown.
woo!
So
Already put
moving
themselves
on to
3
Square
steps
Enix.
behind. Yeah, literally.
Ah.
Jesus, what were they thinking?
So now was that a good decision to come out and say that?
No.
Or should
What?
they have just
They're
just
just
ended the
not showing it.
conference and just everybody been like,
It was Zelda.
They should just not have a direct.
They should, yeah. They should.
They
just-
really
They
should
shouldn't
not
have
have
had
a
a
direct because Zelda was their main game
Yeah.
for this year. But
I mean,
I have some games that I think they
World
might show.
Championships?
I did a couple of like speculations
Yeah,
written
That
down.
specifically.
what?
World Championships, I feel like is going to be like what they're focusing mainly on.
I don't know
just
what that is.
because,
It's
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Alright.
they're releasing a game, and if you do really well,
I love how
in it-
you
Game.
paused
I
on
really
game.
know-
You were
See, I
like,
really know-
hey,
So Jose, if you really know more about how the game is,
He's just the
I'm
game.
just going off of the fact that I went to their website, looked at what they're putting out, and
Cut that.
the top of it and what you first see is World Championships.
Sure.
All about World Championships, and then you see a
It's-
little bit more.
It's pretty much like a tournament when you have to play a bunch of different Nintendo exclusives, and then whoever like gets like the highest scores for like all the games combined is like the champion.
That sounds pretty
there's
baller,
like,
actually.
Like
what
they
it-
had
play
like their
that.
own they had like their own area and everything, like
Yeah.
where like just like regular like people who are not attending E3 could go to this. So it was just like what they did with the Smash 4 Invitational last year. So they just had like selected pros play Smash, but with no rule set whatsoever. They just with items, like timed
Oh my God.
everything, and then it was random select characters for what was out at the time.
Love it.
I honestly think that's gonna happen for this,
Okay.
but they said they're gonna have their own event, and then right after,
So like, what are the games that you play in the?
Well, I think what I saw was that you could
Just trying to, like,
use games on
understand.
your DS or whatever the newest DS is, and you do something, you get ranked on that, and like the top X people ranked in each region would
Oh,
then
yeah,
move on to the
that's
next
true.
round.
Mhm.
So like it wasn't like you had to go somewhere. It was like you just played.
So
And
is
if
it
you
is
did
it a
good-
game in itself, or is it just like a meta game?
I think it's just a game because I
Well,
heard
that's
someone mention.
that's just the first round though.
Yeah, that's the first round. But then
The
you go
second
to
round is where you like legit play a game from every console that Nintendo's had.
Oh,
I really like the idea of this game because it fits very closely to Nintendo's marketing strategy, which is to confuse the consumer so much
Yeah.
that they have no fucking idea what they're buying.
Hey,
I-
The
that's
Wii
what
U
Reggie
is this
does.
is
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what Reggie does.
is
He
the Wii
confuses
U another
everyone.
Wii? Is it a peripheral? We've only shown the gamepad. What is it? It's out now.
Well, they
thanks, Reggie.
they are showing.
That's fair.
They did reveal a couple months ago that they're gonna show a new version of a console.
We have a new 3DS. It's a new 3DS.
You know, I
is it a
thought-
new version of the 3DS? No, it's the new 3DS.
Yeah, I saw-
It's
I
a
saw-
new
I
new
thought they weren't showing
3DS.
us anything about it.
Oh, they do the
I
new
saw
new.
recently they weren't showing us anything about it. That's why I think this conference is going to be the most disappointing one because
It's not
well,
even a
it's not gonna be
conference.
disappointing. We're just gonna.
It's not
we
even a
know they're not going
conference.
to show us anything.
No, it's
so
just they pretty much said
we have nothing.
We're not giving you anything.
all
Show
they're
us what you
showing.
want.
All they're showing is games that are releasing this year.
And
Yeah.
also,
And I could just list the games right now.
Star Fox?
Izzy in the chat has said that
Star
they've
Fox
confirmed.
is the only surprise they could have,
Mhm.
honestly, because they don't have a release date for that.
Yeah.
But like
No,
for other
QOL
games,
devices.
Animal Crossing,
Yeah, I mean,
Xenoblade,
Xenoblade just came out.
New Zealand.
the newest one.
Is there another one coming out?
Yeah,
I mean,
Oh, that's the thing.
because they just released the one on 3DS, right?
I'm
that's a reboot.
Yeah, well, yeah, that will.
this fucking company, man.
The
Reggie.
Mario Maker.
Yeah, so
Mario
actually,
Maker's
cool thing about
confirmed,
Mario
so-
Maker during E3, if you go to I think like Best Buy during E3, they have like these little things set up where if you
Mhm.
go there and you play the game, you get a 30th anniversary pin for Mario. So go there and get the pin.
Yeah, they do that
That's
Best Buy
pretty
shit
cool.
every year.
Um,
It's cool.
Yoshi's Woolly World, which is just like Kirby's
Great, that's a
Epic
game.
Yarn.
Sounds great.
Love Yoshi.
When can we move on?
The only
This is really
I
going
hate
on.
you guys.
I don't even
No,
care if you're a
I-
Nintendo fan, man. This is all shit. And
I
you
know. I
it.
know. Like
What
the
does
only-
Nintendo have going for him? Splatoon. It's already out.
The only game. The
Goodbye.
the only game that I think they can recover from that Legend of Zelda announcement is Metroid.
Oh fuck! I would get so into it.
That's the
I'd buy
only
my Wii U.
series. Like if
Yeah,
they do not
You
show
give me,
Metroid,
you give me Metroid Prime.
Nintendo is legit gonna be the worst in E3.
Well, I mean, it already looks like it's going to be the worst because I'm looking at my notes. It's just like there's nothing really going on.
Look,
And one of my
look-
notes is literally just no Zelda.
Shout out
Like,
to the chat.
That's one of mine too.
saying the
Yeah.
Nintendo hate is
Yeah,
real
it's not
because it
hate.
is real.
Well, it's not hate though. It's just looking and
look,
saying.
I'm pretty
It's
impartial.
warranted.
There's just
Yeah.
not much going on there.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen,
Love
World
Nintendo.
Championships is really cool. I
Yeah,
like
that's-
that. But like, man, that's not a game.
No.
Yeah,
That's-
seriously. Nintendo's entire press conference will be mobile games. That's going to be a large portion of it for sure because
Oh,
they've
and
announced
I'll-
that they're doing that.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
say what
really?
they're gonna show
Oh, yeah.
off first.
What?
They're gonna show off DLC for Smash Brothers. They're gonna show Lucas announce when he's out,
Soul from Guilty Gear,
and then
Noir from Hyperdimension
they're-
Neptunia.
and then they're gonna show the next two characters.
Deep
The next two characters, which has already been confirmed because someone hacked the 3DS
otherness.
and saw files of this character like being created.
Love on file the DLC.
Ryu and Roy.
Oh great! I love the 4th repeat of Marth.
Yeah.
I can't wait to not care about it.
I mean, maybe they'll show something on their hardcore games that I care about that'll make me buy a Wii U, like Persona 6.
And Metroid.
AKA
I really want to see a Metroid. If
But-
they don't show a Metroid, like their last one,
I think
was,
it's time.
Their last one, I think, was on the GameCube.
Can I just, when I said Persona 6, I meant Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, if
Yeah.
that was not clear.
Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem.
Is another Persona game.
I
Can
would buy that.
we get a presentation on Fatal Frame and a release date?
Yo,
I'd
45,
get that.
45 minutes on Fatal Frame. Just give us that.
I'd be
Jesus.
fucking in, dude. I'd be. You won E3. You got me.
buys three Wii U's. Just next
Would do it.
next
No
feature on Mike's is just a
contents.
Wii U. Thank you, Nintendo.
But
Say what's
honestly,
Squeenix.
that's-
There's not much
Give us a
on there.
Metroid. Give us Metroid Prime. I'd be into it.
like I
Do
think
it.
their last Metroid was when it was released on the GameCube.
I thought they had
Last
one on Wii.
Metroid was Other M on Wii.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
gonna say they
okay,
had
okay.
one on Wii.
Other M was a shitter. How about Pokemon games? Yo, let's remaster another Pokemon game because they're all the same fucking
Yeah, but I
game
mean,
anyway.
like
Maybe
even
we
if they
get
turn
one of
the
the Pokemon
game-
Snap.
That would be
Calling
fucking dope.
What about
Colin, that's my called shot of the entire podcast.
Right.
Called shot, another Pokemon Snap.
Alright.
Pokemon Arena?
Well, people down the street heard you, so hopefully they'll tune in. And
Am I
Let you
the
know
only
if
one
you're-
who got hyped for?
Fuck you.
This is the Nintendo 64 era. Did anyone else like Pokemon Puzzle League?
I have no idea what that is. I was not a
Ah.
Nintendo guy.
My first
Man.
console was a PS2 when the PS3 was released, so...
Listen, man, I don't know. Maybe we'll get a new Pokemon game. Like, I respect Pokemon
Yeah.
for exactly what it is, but like
I'm not gonna be blown away.
I can totally do without baby's first RPG. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like
when I said more serious, instead of just saying Pokemon Snap,
that would be hype though.
Well, no, it would be hype. I will revise that to a actual realistic prediction that I could actually see is a Pokemon game that is not a Pokemon game.
You know what they're
Like
supposed
Pokemon
to do?
Stadium?
like
Yeah, Pokemon Stadium,
a
that'd be
stadium
cool.
and a
I
real
like
game,
Pokemon
a
Stadium.
snap, a fucking whatever.
All right, you ready? You I'm gonna fix Nintendo's fiscal problems
Is it
right
Pokken?
fucking now. Are you ready? No.
Okay.
That doesn't fix. That only creates
Not a
problems.
stadium game.
This is legit. All right. So you make a Pokemon RPG. Everybody loves that shit. They eat that shit up, right? You put it on Wii U. That's great. It's on console. You don't have to be on your fucking shitty ass new 3DS, right?
Whatever DS is the newest
Here's
one.
what you do. You put out like 500 fucking amiibos, and it's a Pokemon
Oh,
amiibo
yeah.
game.
Oh my god!
Literally, here is your $1 billion.
Don't say that.
Reggie, I'll buy it. I don't even
Yeah.
play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Should be getting Amiibo anyway.
Come on, Reggie. Like, fuck.
They're gonna probably announce like their next wave of Amiibo.
Yeah, and
Uh,
it's
a,
and
wave,
it's,
a wave of like entirely Pokemon.
and it's all
amiibos.
471
all they
Pokemon.
have right now
God.
is Smash Brothers characters. Like, I have to wait till September to get a Bowser Jr. and a Rosalina Amiibo.
Listen, man, there's got to be at least that many Skylanders at this point. 471? Put them all out. Pokemon. Pokemon.
There's like 700.
Yo,
Pokemon.
shout out to the Pokemon
Yo, there's
card
like
game.
seven-
There's 700.
Easily.
Yeah, there's
Easily?
There's over.
Listen,
there's over
listen,
700
bitch.
Pokemon.
10 generations?
Yep.
Listen,
There's
bitch.
10?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch them all.
Are you? Do you... Look,
No, that's where
quit
we're
your
moving
job,
on. Cut
stream for
it.
6 hours, stream for 6 months, play that Pokemon game 24 hours a day.
Donate.
I donate to that. I donate to watching Cam kill himself by playing Pokemon for 24 hours a day,
I
6 months straight.
I love Pokemon. I
So you're
keep
saying-
saying this.
Twitch plays Pokemon, but played by an actual person, so it's just worse.
Yes.
It is equally worse.
So it's
But you
just
get to-
objectively worse.
No, but you get to watch him slowly die.
Oh, no.
I can't take baby's first RPG, dude. I've talked to Jordan, friend of ours, for those of you who don't know, who like strictly only plays Pokemon games. I'm like, listen, dude, Pokemon's great. You know what you'd really like? RPGs with mechanics, dude. Play an RPG. He's like, no, I'll just play Pokemon. It's like,
Yeah, but there's a mechanic in Pokemon.
oh, I want to
The
die.
RNG of the Pokeball.
It's like play fucking Ni no Kuni. It's like,
Like-
strictly a better Pokemon game.
Yeah.
You're right.
Come on.
Right,
Um,
We're not getting another Nino Kuni game.
Never.
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 Yo, level
But,
5 though? Level 5's got it unlocked. They know what
But
they're doing.
Level 5's awesome.
Give me that Dark
I
Cloud
might
3.
be
I
like
got
one
you.
of the only people to say this right now. I would like to see an F-Zero game. Because
What the fuck is that?
Oh, is that the
no,
like
no.
the futuristic racing
It's the
one?
racing game.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate
The
racing
game
games. I
where
don't care.
Captain Falcon is
It-
You
it's-
know,
yeah,
you
exactly.
want to
The
know
game
the
where-
last time I
yeah.
heard anyone talk about F-Zero?
The
Oh.
planes.
When there was a female
Warhawk?
there was a female transgender person working
Well,
on
he's
like
combat.
the emulation for that who did a lot of work on just F-Zero and she died.
Oh,
And that's the last time I heard about
So we're gonna
F-Zero.
move on to Square Enix now because apparently we're just not having relevant conversations anymore.
yeah, we're just.
So what you're saying is Nintendo's conference is dead.
100%.
Yeah.
It's really shitty.
I was gonna use the word
From
irrelevant.
You know, I will say
From-
this though.
That's
from a Nintendo fan, I think they're not going to do well this E3.
I will say this: they
Yeah.
have the highest potential.
They don't even
of,
have a
like,
next gen console.
putting something out like that. That would just be cool because like every other one we talk about, we pretty much sort of know what's going to happen. They're the only one where sort of like maybe something really cool happens. That
Yeah.
probably not
Well,
though.
so, I guess before we move on, they.
The Mother 3.
Someone in the chat suggested that there will be a Mother 3 localization, which is the biggest pipe dream I've ever heard.
Well,
in my
everyone
entire life.
thought that when
Yeah,
they
just,
saw the Lucas reveal trailer for Smash,
And then they-
were like,
They're
the
like,
hell?
oh wait, this is Nintendo.
yeah.
Go buy their new 3DS.
So, Nintendo has said that they are doing some form of like new next gen console, right?
The
They-
NX.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which they
Yeah.
announced that they're not going to be talking about.
Confirmed it
Oh.
will not be at E3.
Oh really?
Yep.
Oh okay. Never
Yep.
mind then.
So it's just
Because
It's a
what I was
long
going
podcast.
what I was
yeah,
going
all
to say
they're
is
Let's
pretty
all
much
shout.
all they're doing is just showing the games that are releasing
Yeah.
this
Yep.
year.
Because
That's it.
I thought that they had said that, like, they had said, oh, we have something to talk about.
Oh,
and
you're
we-
you're completely right, and
Yeah.
that would be the 100% smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But what are they
Yeah.
going to do? The complete opposite if they can manage.
Yep.
They don't even have a next gen console, man.
Wii U?
They say the Wii U is it. It's
Like-
not. We use a glorified PS3, dude. It's got a
Let's
sweet
be
move
real.
attached.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the only good E3 conference they ever had was last year, was because of Mario Kart 8, Smash Brothers,
Should have held something back, man.
Splatoon,
They ain't got
Splatoon.
shit this year.
Legend of Zelda.
Do
They did.
we have any speculation on what NX is? Like, is there any?
No,
No,
we have no
no.
idea.
It's literally just there is
And it-
something called NX. It's a
It's
next
al-
gen.
It's
It's
also
a
Nintendo, so we don't know
gaming
what,
hardware.
like,
Yeah.
We don't know if it's mobile. I
Well,
mean,
no
we don't know
clue.
if it's handheld. We don't know if it's a console.
See,
We don't know if it's
they'll
a
just
high
sell
end.
you a box, and in it, there's going to be some
And,
Wii U
and, it's,
picture
and
brand.
it's NXXX Wii
Yeah.
U Plus 3D.
Yeah.
Even if they did have, like, I making Nintendo the ideal conference. Even if they did have a Legend of Zelda game coming out.
They do.
Well,
They're
no,
just not
I
gonna
don't-
show it.
They're not gonna tell us
I'm saying
anything.
even if they had it being shown at the conference, I still think they would need to, like,
Metroid.
they would need something else, and I
Yeah,
think they would need to show off their
Metroid.
new NX, whatever.
Zelda,
And it would need to be
Zelda, throw some
ridiculous. It would
Metroid.
need to be so insane.
Metroid's all they have now. If they don't have a Metroid, I'm just
But no
not
new,
worth your time.
no new hardware, no new Zelda. They
Thank you,
got nothing.
Nintendo. We will
Move on.
watch you. We
All right.
won't be disappointed.
So-
That's it.
Let's
Sweet.
move on to our final conference that we care about. You know, PC gaming show. You can. Well, I don't even know what that is.
Well, okay. I had one thing about that.
We'll do that now
Steam.
then.
Steam is probably
Is
giving
that the
some-
bullet point? Steam.
Like, well, that's the only thing I can think of. Like,
Steam
like,
is
what other-
synonymous with PC gaming.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
assume
Or
it is.
Blizzard.
Steam more or less is
Whoa,
synonymous with
Blizzard.
PC gaming.
I know Blizzard.
Hearthstone, kid boys.
I know Blizzard TF2 is going to be at
Yeah,
Overwatch.
PC
okay,
gaming.
that's cool.
Yeah,
but,
like they announced that.
Or maybe new
I
info
feel like
on
it-
Gigantic.
like,
Maybe.
do we even have any idea of like, is this like hosted by like one? Is this like a
That's
press
what we were.
conference?
That's what we were
Like,
talking about earlier. Is
We
like
have-
who's running it because we don't
Yeah.
even know.
I'm gonna.
Is it just anyone who ever makes PC games just shows up on stage, shows their shit at once?
It's just gonna be. It's gonna be Newell talking for like 55 minutes, and then Blizzard's gonna show up and be like, "Hey guys, you should buy some Hearthstone packs."
All right, so
And then leave.
let's move on.
That'll be
that's all we have for the,
the
PC
boxer
gaming
hour.
one.
So,
It's a conference.
Square Enix, who has the biggest shoes to fill, if any,
Yep.
following Bethesda. They're at the end of the week. They're the last thing. Well, I mean, PC gaming shows last, but they're the last thing that console gamers are going to care about.
That's a tough spot to be
It's
in.
a very tough stop to be in, but if they do it right, they
And
certainly can
The
close.
worst part for them, they're in the morning.
They are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Why
For
would they
their
choose
conference.
that? Is it
They're in the morning.
the weekend morning? Like Sunday?
Well,
like
like,
a Saturday morning or Sunday morning.
okay, I said that wrong. Early afternoon. So, like, 1 o'clock.
Yeah. So
Still, yeah.
let's just assume that Square Enix fucking like gains a couple thousand IQ points because we know they're far in the negatives, and they put on their perfect conference. Starts with Final Fantasy 15. They give us a release date.
Yep. Seems like a no-brainer.
Any arguments there?
I think that sounds like a complete no-brainer.
They're like, okay, so we listen to your feedback. We're putting out that update for Dusky. We've redone all this stuff. Here's a new trailer of what the game looks like now. Here's our release date because it's been 10 years in the fucking making. Give me this game, please.
I just love how when they showed that off, it said Final Fantasy 13, like, 3, and then they were like,
13 verses.
yeah, 13 verses, and
13 verses was announced
and then
in 2006.
someone said something, and then the title completely changed, and then everyone was just like, oh shit!
Oh yeah, you mean when they
Yeah.
re-released it?
Mhm.
Yeah. That was a fucking great year, man. They put out Cage 3 that year too.
Wasn't that last year? Or like
2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
No. So we open with Final Fantasy. That seems like a no-brainer. It needs
Mm-hmm.
a fucking release date at this point because it's been in development for so long. They said that it was a 2015 release date fucking years ago, but I don't know if that's true anymore. I feel like it has to be. I feel like it has to be Q4. You can put that game out in the holiday. It's not competing with Star Wars. It's completely different.
Yep.
You don't got the same people buying it,
No.
so.
So that seems like a new no-brainer.
Yeah.
We hopefully see some more on Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Also seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, they gave us a title, they gave us a lot of info about
Yeah.
it. We should
Hopefully
probably
they're
see
like,
something.
and it comes to PS4 3 months after this release date.
Yeah.
They give us a
Shout
XCOM
out
release
to the
date or whatever.
chat. I didn't know that there was a pre-order link for Amazon For Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah,
There-
no,
there's
a-
that was one of my
everything.
bullet points. Kingdom
Can-
Hearts 3. That's what I want to
Can
see.
I put
get
this
there.
out here?
What?
There's been a pre-order link on GameStop for Kingdom Hearts 3 for the past 6 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh.
pre-order links,
Oh, okay.
like, especially like Amazon.
They put that shit out there when a game is even mentioned. I'm
Exactly.
pretty sure you can find
Like-
a Silent Hills pre-order fucking.
And that's what
One.
back when Amazon wasn't like a huge thing, and people like started realizing that Amazon was like they would put like an estimated release date. Sorry, like they would put like an estimated release date, like September 1st this year, and everybody would flip their shit because they'd be like, oh my god, there's a lelease date, and people would be like,
People
that
don't
literally means nothing.
People don't understand what quarters mean.
Yeah,
It's like
Yeah.
September is Q1
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Or,
and very often it doesn't
October
even
is
mean.
Q3.
And very often
year.
that is a very rough estimate, and the game
Yeah.
most likely will not
Right.
even be out that year.
Yeah, exactly.
So anything you see on Amazon or GameStop, you
Yeah.
have to take with several grains of salt.
While we're talking about KH3, I was
Sold by
obviously
ones.
going to talk about it at the end of the show, but I'm probably the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan that any of you know.
For those of you watching this right now, to my left there is an entire bookcase filled with Kingdom Hearts 3 memorabilia.
Four
two,
life-size Keyblades in the closet behind me. The wall scroll is over there. So
The man who loves his Kingdom Hearts.
I have been waiting for this game since I was 10 years old.
To be fair, I think this is going to be a pretty big game if we do see anything about it, because people do like their Kingdom
I think we
Hearts.
get gameplay. I think they have to put it out
They
at
have
this
to.
point.
They're probably going to
We-
show the Frozen world that they were talking
That would be
about.
hype.
Yeah,
I would love
that'd
it.
be really cool.
Let it
Um,
go.
If we're lucky, we get
Hmm.
a
Hey, what
window.
are the two voice actors doing that weekend? Are they going to be at E3?
Oh.
Check out the Twitter. See if they're there.
Maybe we get a release window if we're lucky. They're like Kingdom Hearts 3, 2017.
Kingdom Hearts 3,
that is me-
2022.
2017 is me being realistic.
That's the most. Yeah.
2017 is me being realistic. I feel like it's a 2017 game, Q4 2016 if we're
So what
lucky.
you're saying is Kingdom Hearts is not the game to do the. It's out now.
That would be like the.
Don't say that.
I would literally run myself over with a car.
if you looked at the viewer count on like their on their stream, they just go from like I don't know how many viewers
To
they have
zero.
to zero because everyone would have left.
I'd already be at GameStop.
Yeah,
I would
Power
I would use all of my brain
we
power
force
to
them go.
teleport.
Like seriously,
That'd
like,
be
if GameStop had started to randomly get Kingdom Hearts 3, like people would have been flipping out. Like
Yeah.
there's
that
no
why
way
you
that
run
would
That would have
Or
been
did you
leaked
try-
6 months
Yeah.
ago.
You'd have to try driving to GameStop,
I would drive.
and you
Yeah.
managed to run yourself over.
Yeah.
He would
Oh
steal
yeah,
a car.
that's where it came from. yeah.
Okay, yeah,
He'd
cool.
steal a car to get there.
Nice.
So it seems like all Square Enix has is Final Fantasy games these days. Somebody in the chat said there's 25 Final Fantasy games that needs to
Oh
die.
my
I
God.
disagree, but
Going to 50.
yeah, please.
Then we got
So
Final Fantasy.
I'm sure we'll get stuff on Heaven's Word, which is Final Fantasy 14's new expansion.
You know
It's
what I'm
due
excited
out
about?
very, very soon.
Yeah,
I believe
June?
it's next month.
June? It's either June 25th.
I think it's
June 25th.
I think it's late June, yeah. So we'll get more on that. Maybe we can get a release date for Final Fantasy 7 on PS4. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty easy.
That's
Make
I
people
think
happy.
That will be a game that they'll say.
That's
It's
easy.
out now.
That's really easy.
Oh, yeah.
That seems very realistic. I'd be
yeah,
into that.
PSN.
That would make some hype too. No, that's just the Steam port, so it's like
Yeah,
they literally just flip the
it's-
switch
yeah.
and it's over. So
Rise
Oh,
of the
is it
Tomb
really?
Raider.
yeah, we just talked about that.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Bravely Second End Layer. Bravely Default was pretty good.
All right, well,
I would
Sorry.
love to, see
yeah.
it-
So
see it used with sequel.
Final Fantasy 8's a really good game. I'm glad that they're making a sequel.
I didn't even.
I mean, sorry, Final Fantasy
know
9.
they made
I
that
lied.
game.
What?
Bravely
Default.
Second?
Yeah, I didn't know Square Enix made that.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
It's literally Final Fantasy 10.
That's,
Really?
Wait, are you talking about that or are you
We're
talking
talking
about
about Bravely Default?
That.
maybe?
Yeah, Just Cause. We're talking
Yep.
about Just Cause.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
probably
did
see
not
something
know
on that.
that.
Just Cause 3.
Yep.
That's for Enix.
Also seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, I actually was really surprised when I was looking at like the info for Square Enix and like all these Japanese games and then Just Cause.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they own.
Oh, the development studio.
No, they own. Fuck. It's. Yeah, that's where all the Enix shit comes from. Like Crystal Dynamics and shit, who own.
Oh, okay,
okay.
yeah.
Who do Tomb Raider and
Yeah.
fuck, I'm blanking out on the Just Cause 3 developer, but
Yeah, whatever.
they own a bunch of Western
Speaking
studios.
of Western
so-
Studios, Deus Ex Mankind Divided.
Yeah,
I'm so fucking excited for that game.
that'll certainly be there.
Yeah.
I will literally be crying the entire Square Enix presentation because of that game.
Square Enix has a lot of fucking haymakers. It makes sense that they're doing their own conference. We might even get a new Hitman game.
That would be.
I would
cool.
love that.
That would be super cool.
Aren't they rebooting? Aren't they? This is semi-related. Aren't they redoing the movie?
I believe so.
It doesn't look good.
It looks.
They're all terrible.
horrific. Although to be fair, they initially cast Paul Walker, who
Rest in
would have been
peace.
awesome.
He's still in the movie. It's,
Would've
it's
been
like
sweet.
it's like Weekend at
Yeah,
Bernie's.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Too soon?
Yes.
Too soon?
100%.
Not soon
too soon.
enough. Let's,
No,
I want to see that.
100% too soon.
I'd be into that.
I can't remember who they recast in the role, but God, it looks awful.
It'll be great.
Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's 2. They missed the mark. Have it Weekend at Bernie's 3 with
This
Paul
podcast
Walker.
is now about Weekend at Bernie's.
That's what we're retitling to the Weekend at Bernie's podcast episode 3.
Thank you, Morton Side Eye Salt,
The
for paying us to get the movie
the
rights.
most limp podcast on the internet. Because
It's
dead
pretty
bodies are. Oh, I guess
Love
you'd
the,
be very
love the
stiff. Yeah.
flaccid podcast.
The flaccid podcast. Is
We
doing
have no
well.
balls.
So, any other thoughts on Square Enix? We are slowly devolving, as you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
see.
Okay. Actually, Dragon Quest Heroes and Dragon Quest 7
Oh
on the
yeah,
3DS.
fuck.
Yeah.
I completely
Those are
forgot
pretty
about
exciting.
that. Those are both coming west.
Yeah, Dragon Quest Heroes, for those of you who don't know, is actually, unlike all the other ones, it's like a fighting game, I think.
Closer to it. I think
Yeah.
it's more of like a hack and slash.
Okay, yeah, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I'll totally play it. You see that the special edition PS4 out in Japan for
No,
Heroes?
I didn't.
Oh, it's so nice,
Is it?
dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's Chrome and it's got a slime over the USB port.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's really cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's like a detachable hub thing.
Okay.
It
Oh,
Oh,
goes
so
into
like,
the USB
okay,
port.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
Yeah.
So buy
Dragon
one of
Quest
those.
is,
I want a Chrome PS4.
It is really cool. They make a controller too. You can probably get the Chrome controller. That's easy.
Oh my god.
You can import that shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I believe that's it. Unless you guys have anything
That's all I
else
have
that you
for
want to
Square Enix.
message, or I mean, as far as podcast goes, I think that's it because
Yeah,
that's our
that's
last
it.
conference. Unless you
Yeah.
guys want to talk about the PC gaming show,
No.
Half-Life 3. No, done.
I'm gonna be really excited to watch that just because, we have no
what the
clue what's
hell it
going
is.
on. No one does. I feel like Steam's gonna be there. Maybe Blizzard's there.
It's just we can't
Yeah.
speculate on
Yeah.
it now. Like we can
Steam-
totally
Steam
talk
Box
about
is
it after it
probably-
happens.
Like Steambox is probably
That
the
would
big
be
thing.
that'd be such a weird thing to do. Like Steambox at our PC
Yeah,
gaming
I
show.
guess.
Show,
Like,
yeah.
what?
But that's the whole idea. Is it is PC gaming, but it's
But on a console, so
Yeah.
The
I
only
don't know.
reason it's a PC gaming show is because it's Blizzard and Valve, and they both didn't want their own thing.
yeah.
That's, Who else matters in the PC gaming space, right?
Oh yeah, no,
yeah, I'm trying to think. Just
Yeah.
no, nobody.
well, it doesn't even matter if it's not that
EA
it don't
Origin
matter,
will
it's
make a
like-
special appearance
It's just like that.
in a coffin
If you're anyone, you're getting your game released on Steam.
on
So it
Steam.
doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
so it's Steam, and as far as content creators goes, it's Blizzard. So
my 100% PC gaming show goes perfect is we get a Tail World Interactive shows up and Mountain Blade 2 released right now. It won't happen.
nobody cares about either of those games. So.
Yeah, there's at least 3 of us.
You and your split personalities, or
No, I'm actually part of a group that plays Mountain Blade
right? Oh, is it?
Nice.
online all the
Okay,
time.
Love
that's
LARPing.
hideous.
Shout out to Tooth Clan.
Love LARPing. Shout out to Lizard Gang.
Please don't turn off the
Alright,
PS4.
so here we go. My second very outrageous called shot
Okay.
of the evening. PC gaming conference, Origin reboot.
Origin?
The
What's that?
Oh, the EA?
Origin's actually doing pretty well.
Is it? Wait, it's.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it wasn't.
People
dead.
care now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I 100% assumed it was dead.
they put out a bunch of stuff for free. It has a user base.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind. Then I take that.
All right, so here
Holy
let's do
world.
this. This is a great way to start. Stop. We will all do one outrageous prediction for the upcoming
Okay.
E3, and I've already said mine, but I'm going to reuse
I already
it.
have one.
Also, in addition to that, list what you think will be the most talked about thing from E3.
Oh god, that's so hard. It's always
is hard.
It's always the new shit.
It is hard, but it's.
Why don't we just say like who do you think is gonna win the E3?
It's easy. So, Dead Space reboot. Bethesda wins the conference. Easy.
Okay.
Everyone will be talking about Fallout 4.
My winner is
Slam dunk.
Bandai Namco for Ace Combat 7.
Sure. Tales of Zestria out on
I love
PS3.
you, Ace Combat. I love you so much.
Yo, we got a Crash Bandicoot reboot in the chat as a prediction.
Crash.
That's a pretty good call shot, actually.
Um,
I can see that.
No, I see him as a Skylander. That's where I see him. Thanks, Activision. They own that license, dude.
Oh,
Don't know why it already hasn't happened.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's your actual prediction? Ace Combat 7 is a game.
Oh, it's gonna be
more
it's
than
gonna
3
happen.
people play it.
That's like 80% yet. Well, it's actually got a pretty good following on PS3 because of Infinity. Fuck you guys. Ace Combat 7's real. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be the steal of the show. You guys are gonna be like, fucking Draper, called shot it. Realistically, though, I think Bethesda wins.
Obviously.
I just like all their
Seems so
IPs,
easy.
like-
I mean, if Square Enix knocks it out of the park with release dates, then sure, but Bethesda at
Bethesda's
current moment,
it's just like you look at it and you're like, how do
they don't have to do anything.
Yeah, they just show up. They're
They're
like,
just like,
hey, we have these.
Oh, we have
things.
these games. You want to see them? That's
Watch
cool.
them.
Yep.
You can't beat us.
And they're first.
Yeah.
And that leaves a lasting impression. So, one of you two that are sitting there saying,
All right, you can go.
All right. I wanted to. Yeah, I want to take a slightly. Yeah, I'm not going to say Bethesda. I wanted to say Square Enix knocks it out of the park, but I'm actually going to go with Sony. I think Sony.
I feel like they need to.
Yeah, I agree, and I think they're going to blast a home on Uncharted. I think hopefully we get some. We're going to get Last of Us something, whether it's the movie, whether
Until
it's,
dawn.
we're going to get Until Dawn. Hopefully we're going to get. I think something from The Last of Us is going to come out, whether it's the movie, whether it's potential upcoming stuff. I don't know, but we're going to get something. Sony's going to knock it out of the park. Sony's going to win the conference. And outrageous prediction at the PC Gaming, we are going to get a release date for StarCraft Ghost.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
I like that. That's pretty good.
That was a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
that.
That's a wow. Oof. Oh my god, that's
The bold prediction.
Wow,
that was a
real
good one.
bold.
Yeah, good one.
That's,
All right, follow that up, Jose.
Jeez.
all right. Well,
Big shoes.
for who's gonna win, I think either Sony or Microsoft because I think they usually win every year. But
Sure. But I mean, now we have new contenders.
Exactly. You got
Yes.
a newcomer.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But I still
You're right.
think, yeah, you're right. But I still think either one of those two companies is gonna win it for E3.
Yeah.
For game wise,
Where's that prediction, though?
I would like.
Need it.
If anyone does not know why Cam calls me tricky, there's a reason why. There's a reason why.
Are we getting the hype origin style
Yes.
right now?
Yes.
The reason why I call myself tricky is because
The last one was such a bomb, though.
no, it wasn't.
It was a shit.
No, it
It was a
wasn't.
shit show.
He's talking about SSX.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get tricky. Oh baby.
It had your
I
theme
wanna
song
see it.
in it.
Oh shit!
It did.
It
It did.
did have your theme song in
And
it.
pretty much every single SSX, and I would like to see another one.
I
I would too.
can get behind that.
I would love to see another one.
It's
And
been what?
Fuck
Wow.
you for saying that the
It was a shitter, dude.
previous
Yeah,
one
but
sucked.
when was the last one? Was at least what 5-6 years ago?
Even it was like
it was
3 or
last gen.
4.
It
Yeah,
was
I thought
like
there-
3 or
yeah,
4
there
years
was
ago.
one last
Was
gen.
it?
someone was
Oh,
playing it.
I think
and
there was
I
one
have
last
another.
time. I thought it was earlier.
I have
on.
another one.
Sure.
Even though we're getting Guitar Hero Live,
Sure.
I'd like to see DJ Hero.
Oh.
DJ Hero.
DJ
Hero.
Hero.
DJ.
I would like to see another DJ Hero.
Is that DJ Hero 3?
Yeah.
Or...
I was watching gameplay of
Pull out
DJ
that
Hero 2
peripheral
like
out of your
like a week
garage.
ago.
yeah.
I was like, damn. I kind of want to play another one.
That game is fun, but man, no.
You're right. You're right.
I want to see it. Calm down.
Calm down. Alright, we're done with that. Alright, so I think that's all we have for the show. Man, that is a very loud noise. So we will move into everyone's favorite section of the podcast where we talk about stuff you don't want to click on.
Yeah.
But you should anyway.
Love clickbait.
So let's get the we'll get Draper out of the way.
Okay. Hit me up on Instagram, nick.s.draper. That's basically where you can find me most of the time. Gmail, same thing. nick.s.draper@gmail.com.
Love hitting you up on Gmail.
I mean, honestly, mailing address. like,
No, put it out.
I don't
put
go
it
on
out.
Twitter that much, so.
So therefore, send me snail mail.
Yeah, hey,
This
send me
is where you
snail mail. I
can
will
find my
answer.
family and
Yeah,
my
you can.
parents
I mean,
and Andy
yeah,
Draper.
okay, so I have a twin brother, Andy. You can go to my house. You will see him. You'll not be happy.
Wow.
That's all I have to say about that.
All right, Jay, you're up.
All right, you can find me on Twitter, right there. Boom. Yeah,
Yeah.
pointing
Point
at
at
it.
it. We're in order.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. Hit me up. You can also find me on PSN. Shoot me a friend request. That's about it. I don't got much to promote.
All right, boy.
Yeah.
On to Tricky.
Well,
That's
you
tricky.
can follow. Leave me alone, right? That's really where it came from, by the way. I'm not even
That's
kidding.
awesome.
You guys can also
But,
call.
I respect that.
You guys can also call him Jabberwocky if you'd like.
Oh,
That's a deep cut.
baby.
I love the-
See, I would explain that story, but I'm not going to.
I'm a
Don't.
big fan of the manual Draper command.
Yes. Nice.
Okay, actually, I have another shout out.
Oh, God.
Shout out to Team Obscure Racing for winning Copycat 2.
So
That was
which
a fucking,
mic is his?
That was
The
a great
slow
race.
fade out.
Not even slow fade out.
All right, go. So he's off. He can go.
You can follow me on Twitter at TrickyJose with the underscore at the end. I do have a YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/TrickyJose. I did start an MKX series where this is already crazy enough that I'm doing this. I will be playing every character of every variation. And I started off with my main, obviously, Hollywood Cassie. But, and I also put out another Mario Kart 8 200cc or bust. So, and yeah, that's pretty much it for
So
me.
look forward to those 96 MK videos coming up.
Yeah.
Oof,
And I will be doing the DLC characters right away.
Cool.
So,
Word up.
I'm
once
excited.
Tanya is out, I will definitely be doing those variations.
So what you're saying is you're continuing to put out MK content.
He doesn't need to put out anymore.
Yeah, get out of here.
He has like
The game is dead, is what he's trying to tell us.
Variety. All right, so on to the laundry list of Phantom things to do.
Alright, this is where you shut off the stream.
This is where, all right, well, if you enjoyed our podcast tonight, be sure to drop a follow here on twitch.tv/Phantom of Thorns. We will be here every Sunday doing the podcast, so we'll be here next week at
This is a
7
pretty damn
p.m.
long podcast.
It's a very long podcast.
This is a mega show.
Thank you guys for watching. I also stream here by myself on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. We'll be streaming something after this. I don't know what. You can stick around for that. There goes Draper. So follow me here. I also have a YouTube account where I put other video content. You can find that at youtube.com/Phantom of Thorns. This is killing the audio podcast for a very poor joke. You can also follow me on Twitter at Phantom of Thorns, which is below with all of the rest of the boys' Twitters. Other podcast plugs, you can find the audio version of our podcast on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/containsaltpodcast. So go there for the download and MP3.
Yeah, you guys like listening to listen to a podcast while you wash the dishes or do other menial chores.
You get to listen to Jay shout and Draper hit the table and Jose be a perfect angel. So I believe that's all we have for tonight. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Chip.
I'm gonna cut both those up.